Hey, hello there, good morning. Good morning, Bex.
Good morning. Aren't we excited?
We're really excited. We've got a bigger potting shed.
I know. We've extended the space. Yeah. We can go that way and that way now.
Yes, which means more plants.
Yes.
More offers.
Absolutely.
More savings and more room to move.
More room.
Yeah, lovely to have you company. My name's Shaun Ryan. This is the wonderful Bex Edwards.
Good morning.
And together we are with you for the next 3 hours with some sensational offers from YouGarden. Now, a few things you need to know if you've never watched the show before. We have got a free gift today, and it's amazing. 40 of these stunning crocus bulbs, absolutely free with every single order, and they are worth £9.99. Do you know you can never have enough crocus?
No.
How do you get them there, Bex?
Oh, it's very, very easy. You have to enter the special magic code. It is a free gift with purchase. So as long as you enter that code right there, when you place your order, this will automatically be added into your basket. There's a little bit on the right-hand side when you place in your order, and that's the code you enter in, YGTV42.
And I can honestly say, you know, whatever you're ordering, even if you're just placing an order for £9.99, you'll still get a gift worth the same amount of money.
I know, and this is absolutely brilliant, honestly, and I agree with you. You can't have too many crocus. You can plant these into borders, into pots, into your lawn even, because nobody's mowing the lawn at the time when these are popping up. And these will naturalise, they'll multiply, they will always look amazing, and it's a beautiful, beautiful colour selection you're getting here. But it's free.
Yeah,
so, you know.
And with them being one of the first bulbs to flower, they're just going to bring you so much joy. In the middle of February, it could be a little bit dull. Now, also, we are going to extend our offer of free postage when you spend £30 or more. We're extending it for this month. It's been really popular. Yeah. In fact, last week we were busier than the week before.
I know.
Which is brilliant. And I think week on week, so many more of you ordering. So we are going to extend that offer. Free P&P, just in case you missed it. There you go. On all orders over £30. And it's really worth putting together a decent sized basket. You know, a lot of people just add compost to their order to get their order over £30. But yes, you will get free postage and packaging on all orders over £30. Now, we'd love you to join the club, wouldn't we, Bex?
Oh, yes, please. It's a great club.
Do you know, it really is. And you can join today for just £5 for the year on auto renewal. That's a green membership. They're exactly the same. The only difference is the green one is £5 less, and it will automatically auto renew at the end of the 12 months. But you could cancel that if you wish to, or you can go for the £10 for 1 year, and that will give you 10% off every plant and accessory order. That does include things like compost and pots and straws, all of those great things. 5% off every outdoor living and gifts order. We've got some great gifts on our website as well. You will also receive, well, it's almost like getting £20 cash back, because you will receive £20 of YouGarden vouchers that you can use throughout the next 12 months, one every 3 months, and exclusive offers, competitions, and expert advice. Right, I think we've covered everything, haven't we?
I think we have.
Yes. Apart from, we'd love to hear from you.
Oh, yes, please. You can message us if you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching on Facebook. You can message us. Our lovely Stuart is sat in his lovely shed out there. So he will be monitoring the messages. Please come and join us. Be part of the community.
Yeah. And Olwyn's already in there.
Good morning, Olwyn.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got our Sarcococca back on the show today, and I know, Olwyn, you bought this for your husband who is blind, am I right? And you bought the Sarcococca because of the amazing scent that you get from it, which I think is fantastic, but that's back on the show today. So
are you ready to begin our gardening journey?
Yes,
we got loads of new, seriously, loads of new. And I think we've got to start here, don't you?
Yeah, let's do it.
It would be rude not to. I mean, you're just screaming, look at me, I'm beautiful. And this hydrangea, I mean, it's stunning.
I love it. It's the standard version.
I don't have a standard hydrangea.
No, I don't have a standard hydrangea.
In fact, you very rarely see them. And actually, the word standard refers to the fact that this is on, obviously, the long stem, but it's far from standard.
No, absolutely. So I'll just pick it up so you can see what we're talking about. It's a really nice, established, in a big pot for you. That's the standard form that we're talking about, that kind of lollipop shape that you get at the top here. It is absolutely beautiful. Look at these gorgeous flowers you're getting on here. The wonderful thing about hydrangea is that we get late flowers, don't we? Sort of August, September, October time. And also, once the flowers, I mean, these are still looking great, still looking very healthy, but once they start to go over, it's wonderful to leave them on there because they still have gorgeous interest, don't they, over the winter months?
I think they look great over the winter months. And this is the Hydrangea paniculata Little Lime. And you can see you've got these gorgeous, it's a very subtle lime colour to them, isn't it?
Very subtle lime colour, yeah, and it does sort of colour change as well. So you have kind of limey, and then you get this blush colour going on there as well.
A little bit of pink, don't you?
A little bit of pink blush happening too. I mean, hydrangea is just such a popular... It's a popular plant for us here in the UK, isn't it? We do love them. They come in so many different colour varieties, but they're quite sturdy. I do like to beat them up a little bit occasionally.
And this would be great. Yeah, steady.
I'm just pretending I'm the British weather.
Yeah.
You know, but they can take a bit of a beating, basically. So they will withstand that British weather.
Stuart, our head of technology, said her name's Gail. That was recreating a Gail for you. Now, obviously, the clues in the name, they do like to be well watered. So if it is in a pot, don't let this dry out. It will not like that.
No, and they do like a sunny position. They'll cope with part shade, absolutely, but they do like a decent amount of sunshine.
Although most of mine are in kind of semi-shade, to be honest.
Semi-shade, I think it's fine.
And they do great. But it for £20, seriously. Now, postage, yes, you will pay £6.99. Obviously, this is going to be one of the biggest boxes that we do. But if you spend an extra £10 and a few pence, we will deliver it absolutely free of charge. I think 2 of those would be great, don't you?
Totally. And if you've got 2 of those, either side, again, if you watch regularly, you know I like the symmetry.
You like 2s, don't you?
I love the 2s when it comes. Well, when it comes to things like this, particularly.
You should have been on Noah's Ark.
2 by 2. Obviously, I know when it comes to planting into borders, odd numbers are generally best. But when it comes to things like this, either side of doorways, either side of pathways, it just looks wonderful to frame those areas. And with a standard hydrangea that's only ever going to reach, it shouldn't get massive. We're only talking maybe 1.20 m, so what's that, 4 feet in height? Yeah.
It's only the top that's going to get a bit bigger and rounder. That's amazing value. Seriously, at £20 today, and you will get your free bulbs as long as you put in that code YGTV42.
Yes.
Right, we've also got a bit of a close-out clearance deal on our Agapanthus. Obviously, if you've never watched the show before, we actually broadcast from an 11-acre nursery here in Lincolnshire. But obviously, some plants, are taking up too much room right now.
Yeah.
These are some of them, sorry. You need a home. But we are doing 2 of these magnificent Agapanthus today. The best deal we've done on YouGarden TV for $29.99. It's a double deal.
It's a big one.
I mean, honestly, you bought one of these the other day.
I did. So I placed an order. I bought one of these for my mum.
Because
she wants an Agapanthus. She wanted a blue one, so I bought one the other day. Brilliant. Love it. But now we've actually got the double up deal. Maybe I should have held on.
Do you know what? I'm going to get these because I've got Agapanthus, but I've got the smaller kind of mid-sized varieties. These will reach. These are the really tall ones, aren't they?
Yeah. So we're talking at least sort of 1 metre, 1.20 m, again, 4 feet in height. Once you get these gorgeous flower spikes that come out of the bottom of here.
And these are really mature
well
plants.
Established.
I mean, I'm not being funny. If we were to sell one of these in peak season, covered with buds and flowers, I think you could charge £50 plus. That's only my estimate, an estimate, but
no, easily.
In a garden centre, this in full flower, which it will be next year, you could charge a premium price. These are working out £15 each today.
For sure, for a plant that big, that established, you would definitely pay a premium for it. And as we said, there's nothing wrong with these plants at all. Nothing wrong with them. We just have to clear space, and that's exactly what's happening.
And obviously, they're not in flower now. They won't be. They will flower next summer and be magnificent now. They love it. They really do love a sunny spot.
They
don't they?
Really do love a sunny spot.
Like you. You look.
I'm an Agapanthus. Look at me. Look at me. Give me sunshine.
I'm more like the ferns coming up a little bit later on. I like deep shade. But these love a sunny spot. Also, they do like we always say they love their roots to be hugged.
Again, like me, I love a hug.
Yes.
They definitely want to feel restricted, so they are perfect to put in pots. Wonderful pot plants, in actual fact, for that reason, because obviously they feel like their roots are being restricted. But But like you've planted yours out into borders. You can do that as long as it's a sort of crowded border, because then its roots are still feeling like it's being restricted. You can bury the pot into the ground if you want it to be in a border. Again, it's still being restricted. So there's lots of ways around it. But don't do what I did a few years ago, which is plant an Agapanthus into an empty border, and still, however many years, 3 or 4 years later, it has not flowered.
No.
I need to move it. I just haven't got around to doing it yet. As soon as I do that, restrict the roots, I'm sure it'll flower. You just dig loads of things in it.
Seriously, that deal today, you do need to use the code YGTV42. I think that's potentially the best deal we've had since we've been doing the TV show for a couple of months now. Really Amazing value. Let us know what you think of it. Let us know if you're ordering. So, sunny spot, likes to be, say, in a confined space. It's going to flower year after year. And I mean, a plant this size, I would anticipate several flowers next year, wouldn't you?
I would think at least 3 flower, and they're big as well. They're like the top of those are going to be like the size of a small football. I would expect to get at least three flower stems off there, if not maybe a few more. But, and it'll just keep getting better, won't it?
We should say, all plants like humans are all different.
Yes, so, of course.
But it's
please don't hold me to that.
Beck said 3, and I've
got 2.
I've got 2. And then somebody else go, hang on, Beck said 3. But I've got 7. So, but they are very well established, mature Agapanthus, and you'll know that the deal today, doubling up, getting 2 for less than the price of 1, basically. But you always need to use that code. But you can get 2 for $29.98. That works out $14.99 each. That is sensational, isn't it?
Sensational value for money we are talking about here. But this is the wonderful thing about gardening and shopping for gardening right now, because you can get some amazing deals. As we say, people are, we're starting to clear out. We're starting to make sure we've got space for the new plants coming in.
And we should say now is a great time to plant. It's autumn. So get these in the ground now, then that'll help them settle over the winter, and you'll get even better displays next spring.
So we're in perennial planting season, we're in bare root season, and we are in bulb planting season. Genuinely, those are the 3 things that you can be doing effectively right now in your garden.
And winter bedding, of course.
And winter bedding,
yes.
Of course. We're moving on to that.
Talking of which.
Talking of.
Yes.
That was seamless, that. Well done.
It was.
Seamless.
We're getting quite good at this, I think. But we both love gardening, as you know. We really, really do. And we adore being part of the YouGarden team right now. But when it comes to pansies, this is, in our opinion, the best performing pansy that we have on YouGarden. And we are doing the offer buy 10, get 10 absolutely free, and the price does include the postage as well. And this is Pansy Cool Wave, and I've honestly bought several of these. I've started to plant them up. I've started to do my winter hanging baskets and things. But we have never found a pansy that flowers so prolifically. We're talking about flowering up to 9 months of the year, aren't we?
We are. All the way through those horrible cold winter months, right the way through to probably May time, maybe even into June, depending on the weather. Yeah, absolutely. You're going to get so much colour. And that picture that you're looking at, that is realistic, isn't it, Shaun? Because these flowers cover these plants, almost hiding the foliage entirely.
And honestly, when I first saw these images a few years ago, I thought, oh man, they're not going to be like that. I thought that's not achievable. But honestly, that's totally what you will grow with these. And it gets to the point where you can barely see the leaves. Now, as you notice, they gently trail. They don't fully trail, but they kind of meander and cascade over the edges of baskets and pots. Yeah.
You can even plant them in the ground,
I've never done that, but that would make sense because there'd be great ground cover.
It would be absolutely fantastic ground cover. Just because it is a trailing plant does not mean it has to go into a hanging basket. It can go into a pot and it'll tumble over the edges nicely. But you can also plant them into the ground and have ground cover from them in your borders and things as well. So don't shy away from that. That is absolutely possible. This one's going to be a main feature for us, because this is your winter bedding. This is what's going to provide you colour over those winter months, and you don't have to worry about the frost and the cold. These are hardy, down to -25, and if we're having those kinds of temperatures, I'm not leaving the house. I'm staying in.
No. No, seriously. I mean, they are so hardy. And even if it's like a really cold winter's day and These are covered in thick snow or ice. It's amazing. They can look like completely kind of like frozen, and you think they're never going to bounce back. And the moment the ice thaws, the snow thaws, they literally just pop up again. The heads, just literally pop back, and they keep going all winter long, up to, we said, even May. When it comes to summer, they will die down. Most people throw these away and treat them as an annual, but there's no need to. You can actually just cut them back, pop them in a shady spot, and they'll come back year after year, of course.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and probably self-seed as well. So amazing value, and they have been a top seller. And don't forget, even if you just buy those today, you will still get your free crocus, which are worth £9.99.
Yep, just add that code in, YGTV42. There's a little section just on the right-hand side of the screen when you're ordering. That's where you need to put that code in, and those will automatically be entered into your basket.
But that's really good, isn't it? 20 of the Pansy Cool Wave and then 40 of the crocus for £14.99.
We should point out, when you're putting this into your basket, you don't need to put 2 in, by the way. You put 1 in, enter the code, and it will put the extra ones in for you. So don't put 2 in your basket, just put 1 in and then enter the code. And
a top tip, do start planting those in the next few weeks. Yes. You could plant them in November, December, it wouldn't matter, but they're not going to grow as much. Now still lots of light around. Really reasonable temperatures for October.
Reasonable temperatures, yeah, absolutely. There's time for them to establish and grow, and really get a nice hold into the compost that you're planting them into, and that they'll be a better display for you, basically.
And just going back to the Agapanthus, it is basically a buy one get one free. So basically, you put 1 in your basket and you'll get 2.
So it's the same as with your Pansy Cool Wave. Put 1 in your basket, enter the code, and it will automatically put the second one in. So there you go. So you put 1 in there, but your free one will go in, and your crocus balls. You just need to use that code. Lovely.
So yeah, honestly, they're going to fly today. So obviously it's while stocks last. There's the Pansy Cool Wave again. You put 1 of those in there, and you'll see you'll get your second lot absolutely free. There you go. So free pansies, free crocus, free Agapanthus.
Wow, look at that!
That is amazing, actually, isn't it? Go when you look at what you're getting there with free delivery as well. That's
amazing.
It's fantastic, isn't it? But yeah, do really, really make the most of the promotions that we have got on YouGarden TV today. Now, if you love the Pansy Cool Wave, but you're feeling a little bit
busy,
yes. I was going to say lazy. No, busy. And you're too busy to make up hanging baskets. We have got them already done for you.
Yeah, pre-planted hanging baskets in these lovely rattan finish as well. All planted with the Pansy Cool Waves in there. These are just going to keep getting better and better and better because they're already nicely established. They've already, had a little bit of time growing, but these are going to be delivered to you. All you have to do is hang them up and enjoy.
And we're getting some special hangers for these soon.
I know, I can't
apparently,
because these are quite heavy.
They are. So now, and again, I'm going to talk about the postage. $6.99. They are heavy. I'm not being funny. They are. But you're only a few pence away from free delivery. So any other item that you add to your basket. Do you know, I was actually looking on our website the other week, and we had Blooming Fast. Sausage of that for $4.99. So just shop the web. It doesn't have to be necessarily something on the show, but as long as you get your basket to over £30, these will be delivered absolutely free.
Lovely.
So do bear that in mind. There's no point paying $6.99 postage when you can get free delivery for just buying 1 other item. Now, Bex loves the sun.
I do love the sun.
So Bex is an Agapanthus. I am half ginger. That's what my friends call me. I don't mind. They do, seriously.
No, I don't want you
half ginger Shaun. That's what they call
half
me.
Ginger. Got a lovely ginger beard going on.
I'm
allowed to. My husband's
because I've got like dark hair, ginger beard, I'm a little bit blonde on my arms. Anyway, so I'm a bit of a tabby. But the point is, the sun doesn't like me. It really doesn't. I love the sun, but it doesn't like me. So I'm more of a fern. And we have got a fantastic collection of ferns for you right now.
Love this collection.
These are on my list already. We'll give you the details. There you go. $19.97 for 3. And these are actually evergreen.
Yeah, these are the evergreen ferns.
Ooh.
Okay, so I've got one fern in my garden and I adore it. I love the leaves on a fern. It feels quite, I don't know, Jurassic. It feels like history, doesn't it? But it dies down and it loses its leaves and it disappears over the winter months, and that's fine because, you know, that was my choice. However, these are evergreen. These are always going to have their leaves. They will always be there for you, which is really, really exciting. And you're getting 3 varieties included.
And I think ferns, and I've got some areas of ferns, some shady areas, and do you know what? I think they look fantastic when they're planted in groups. I think when you put different varieties together like this, and these have been handpicked, they look really, really good. And as Beck said, the fact that these are evergreen, it means you've got interest all year round, but also it stops the weeds coming through. Because if you've got ferns that die down, chances are, while they're die down and go underground, some weeds are going to pop up around them.
Absolutely.
So these, honestly, for anyone that's got shady areas that are quite challenging and difficult, it does not get better than ferns.
And also they're so easy to grow as well. Like you don't actually have to do anything to them. You plant them, you leave them. They don't need a particularly moist spot. Some do, but these ones don't. They are totally hardy. They are evergreen, and you can just plant them and pretty much just let them do their thing. Leave them alone.
That is amazing value.
It's amazing.
Today. And if you're a club member, one of our many, many tens of thousands discount club members, you get those for around about £18.
That's it.
Which is incredible value.
I mean,
postage is included as well.
They're great to put in pots as well. So don't think just a shady border or something. You can put these into pots quite happily. They're nice and compact. They're not going to take over and sprawl and spread.
You could actually do some really nice winter displays of those, couldn't you?
You could, absolutely, yeah. I mean, if you've got some nice big pots, you could do that and mix them in with other things, couldn't you?
Yeah.
These are only going to reach about 50 by 50, so a couple of feet height and spread is what we're talking. But I do like what you were saying there, Shaun, about planting in groups. Yeah. I think individually they might get a little bit lost, but actually if you put these in groups, it'd look really lovely, wouldn't it? I like it. I think that one's my favourite.
And I do say I think ferns look great when you've got different varieties placed together.
I like it.
And you've got all the really quite unusual foliage with some of these. And they're beautiful.
Totally hardy.
Yeah.
This is the wonderful thing about these ones. You don't have to worry about that gap forming, as you say, over the winter months. They are hardy and evergreen and easy. And
I know if you have got trees in your garden, you have got a big eucalyptus tree, and
can't plant anything underneath it.
It's challenging, but ferns do great there. They really do. I've got a border that's quite shady as well, and I've got I've planted loads of ferns down there with a few other things mixed in, and they are just great at suppressing the weeds. They just I have some in quite deep shade, and yet they do really well.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's one corner of my garden which is deep shade. It just gets no sunshine, just because of the way it is. No sunshine in that corner. So it's really tricky for me to grow anything in that corner. It is quite bare. So something like this would work perfectly in there. And so it is great the fact that these are not going to disappear over winter. So and imagine actually, I'm thinking as well with your free crocus bulbs. Where's my board gone, Bex? On the soil, on the compost. Do you know what? I just lose everything. Sandwich board. We're going to make you a sandwich board. I've actually now got 3 car keys just in case. And I'm not joking. It's a problem. Because I just got so sick every morning. Like, where's my car keys? So I've got 3 now. But I'm just thinking, your crocus could be planted amongst your ferns, couldn't they? Oh, yeah. That would be really nice. Lovely. Yeah, for sure. I've had during the summer months, I put some white busy-lizzies amongst my ferns because they don't mind shade either, and they look great. Yeah, a little bit of colour just popping in between the greenery. That'd look lovely. So don't forget today, you've got a brand new free gift. I know I keep mentioning it, but it's YGTV 42 to get your 40 mixed crocus as well. But that is a really good deal on the ferns, isn't it? Excellent deal, yeah. And I just think they're quite, quite a valuable plant to have in your garden. It's something just a little bit different, provides a little bit of structure, a little bit of contrast to what's already there. Yeah. And easy, as we keep saying. Really, really easy. Yeah, super simple. Yeah. Like you don't prune them, you don't do anything to them. If some of the leaves get a bit tatty. Yeah, you might chop those. Yeah, sometimes during the winter months, some might get a little bit tatty and look a little bit worse for wear. Just take them off. But apart from that, in fact, you should feed them obviously a little bit over the year, but I don't even. I haven't fed my fern. I have not fed my fern. No, I haven't. It's doing fine. It's having a lovely time.
But, if yours don't, next year, if they're not looking,
then feed it.
Yeah, if they're not growing quickly. But an amazing price on those. Anyway, we've also got so many new items. We've got rhododendrons for you next. Very excited about these as well.
I do love a rhododendron because they're the flowers on the rhododendron are just so pretty, aren't they? They're one of your earlier flowers. We're talking sort of April, May time, and they are just...
Look at these.
I mean, they are some of the most stunning flowers. They're so bright, aren't they, and colourful, and they cover the plant as well. So you've got evergreen foliage with your rhododendrons, which I love, and it's that lovely glossy green foliage as well, which I always just think is really healthy. That's why I think I like them so much. But then when those flowers come on there, they absolutely just cover the plant with some of the brightest, most colourful flowers that you can get. You're getting 3 varieties included in here. So you've got... blouse pink, geisha red and geisha white. Those are the 3 varieties included, which is a lovely mix in there, isn't it? And they're just frilly and blousy and beautiful. Nice compact growth habit on a rhododendron too. They're not like for the back of the border. We're talking maybe up to 1 metre by 1 metre eventual growth on here.
Fairly slow growing, aren't they?
Fairly slow growing, yeah. They don't take over at all.
No,
and you don't have to find the sunniest spot.
No, God.
In fact, they actually quite like a part shady spot. If they're in too much sun, they don't really like it too much, do they?
Mine were I put a couple in the border and it got the afternoon sun and they hated it there.
Yeah, they don't like it too much.
So, yeah.
They need a bit of sunshine, so we're not talking deep shade, but yes.
But dappled semi-shade is going to be fine. They do like an ericaceous compost.
Yes, that is the thing. So wonderful if you're putting them into a pot, just fill it with ericaceous compost. If you're planting them into a border, make sure you dig a big enough hole to be able to put enough ericaceous compost in there with it. And
they really will give you the most amazing early early summer, late spring displays. Absolutely stunning.
It's a lot of colour, isn't it? Look at that.
Yeah.
They do. Have you seen bonsais made out of rhododendrons and azaleas? They look amazing. The minute.
Do you know, I'm looking at the value again because you are getting 3 of these. They're already really good sizes. They come in the 9 centimetre pots, and they're working out around about £4.33 each.
Yeah.
And again, it's a great time to plant these. They are evergreen, so you're going to have all of that lovely foliage over the winter months, and then those incredible floral displays next year. But I really like the foliage on rhododendrons.
I do. It's a lovely, glossy, kind of waxy evergreen. And we were talking about this recently, weren't we? It's that waxy, kind of glossy evergreen that I love so much because I think it feels like they're really healthy.
Yeah. And they look really healthy. And by the way, we do pride ourselves on our quality here at YouGarden. We dispatch and deliver millions of plants every year. If you ever do have a problem, please let us know. Yeah. Our customer care team are brilliant, but rather than you just put a negative review on the website, they'd much prefer to sort out if there is any issue. And occasionally it may happen. If there is, just get in touch with us and we will do our very best to put it right. We're already getting orders coming. We've got a great show and we are in our brand new extended potting shed.
We were so excited to walk in here this morning, weren't we?
Stu, well, we've had a few days off. Stu's been busy extending the potting shed.
Yes.
So more room, more plants.
I know.
It's amazing, seriously.
It goes all the way around now. Yeah. It's not just one wall, it goes all the way around there. Yeah. It's really exciting.
Really good. And we've got big plans for the next 12 months where you go, there you go, look. Look at it! We love it. Okay. It's gorgeous in here, isn't it?
Look, it's a silly little thing, but it makes our day, doesn't it?
Yeah, I even got to work early because I couldn't wait to see it. I was like,
that never happened.
No, he doesn't. I was like, gotta get to work early to see it. Now we had a meeting with our head gardener, Peter McDermott, last week, and first of all, he's delighted with the amount of you that are regularly watching, and he says, thank you so much because getting bear in mind, it's not peak season, obviously gardening.
No.
We're getting a really great following. But Peter has put together a head gardener's seasonal selection of shrubs for you right now. So he's the head gardener, he's the most experienced.
Yes.
And this is Peter's choice.
Yeah.
And look, we know Peter, he's put together a selection that are going to sell really well, just so he can say, look, you see, I know what I'm doing.
I know what I'm doing.
But he has chosen really well, hasn't he?
He has chosen incredibly well. You wouldn't expect anything less, would you, from the head gardener? So what we have is a specially selected collection of evergreen beauties. These are a low maintenance solution that are going to add colour to your garden. This is great for busy gardeners. This is great for new gardeners because just the 3 ones that you're getting in here are phenomenal. Let's start with Ceanothus, shall we? Because we adore the Ceanothus. And
that's the one right at the front here.
Yeah, you can tell with that foliage, can't you?
There you go.
That's that one. So that one's going to create those wonderful blue, lilac-y blue. I mean, this is just a beautiful plant, isn't it? Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit. Winter hardy, easy to grow, lovely evergreen colour. And then about May and June time, it gets covered in those beautiful blue flowers.
And obviously, the bees, the butterflies absolutely love it. But also, we should say, my mum's Ceanothus has come back into flower right now.
Yes, it can do another... Well, it depends on the weather, though, doesn't it? This is the thing.
I mean, it varies year to year, but I think because it's been, a really good autumn, hers has come back into flower right now. It's like, what's that doing? But the colour is gorgeous on the Ceanothus. Again, fully hardy.
Totally hardy, not one you need to worry about. It's wonderful for the back of a border. In fact, you came to my garden, I've got one. They're new ones, they're planted, so they need a bit of time to grow. But excellent for the back of a border, and they'll cover up any ugly spaces, like cover up the boring old fence, which is what I've put it there for. It can grow to, a 1.5 meters, 2 meters in height. It'll spread by probably more than that if you want it to, 3, even 4 meters maybe. But it does respond quite well to pruning. So if you do want to keep it smaller, you can prune it back, not a problem. And you can keep it in a pot if you want to.
So that is our head gardener's first choice.
First choice.
Now, what else has he put in there?
Well, there's the Escallonia Pink L in there as well. So remember, this is another evergreen one. I think that one's the Deutzia, isn't it?
It is.
It is, isn't it? I am right. Why did I quote? No, that one's Escallonia.
Are we getting it mixed up?
That one's Deutzia.
That's
okay,
Deutzia.
so yes, this one...
my mum used to have one of these.
Yes, this is the Escallonia Pink L. Look at those gorgeous flowers on there.
I can honestly say, Bex, she had it in her front garden, remember, it was one of the most gorgeous shrubs.
It is. It's beautiful, and it will flower its little socks off. Honestly, this one just keeps going for you all the way through those summer months, and it'll keep going. As you can see, it's in flower now. It'll keep... Oh, look at those. I love those.
And I remember it growing quite neatly as well. Like, it was a really lovely kind of fairly compact shrub. But you're right, it flowered all summer long. All summer long,
and into sort of October time now as well. So this is a wonderful one to have in your garden because obviously you're getting that late summer, early autumn colour, which we don't get from everything. It does stay nice and compact. Again, we're only talking maybe 1 metre, 1.20 meters, so 3-4 feet. So wonderful for your borders. Again, for your pots, this is going to be great. It's winter hardy, it's evergreen, and the Royal Horticultural Society have given it their badge of perfect for pollinators as well. So the bees, the butterflies, they're going to be all over that.
That is absolutely gorgeous. I remember it in my mum's garden. Then our final one, last but by no means least.
And then we've got the Deutzia. Yes, this one's really pretty. Don't worry about it. So we've got a really look at the colour combination we've got here. The lilac-y blue, the kind of purpley colours, the beautiful pink things going on there as well.
And look how healthy those roots are. And that really is looking for home right now.
Yeah, that needs to be planted out. It's perennial planting season, so get your... Oh, look. That's the raspberry sundae you're looking at right there. Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit, proven performer in our gardens. It is winter hardy. You will get masses of those beautiful flowers on there. It's a summer flowering one, so we're talking June, July time for that one. But it's really, really low maintenance, nice and compact, 1 metre by 1 metre. So 3-4 foot maximum is where we're going to get to with this one. And it is beautiful. The wildlife are going to love it.
Now that is our head gardener's seasonal selection. He really did look through the whole, list of plants, and we're currently stocking. Oh God, we always have, at least 1,500, I would say,
there's loads,
varieties and plants, and those were his 3 top picks that he's put together in this amazing deal today at just $12.99. We want to say big hello to all of our regulars watching. We've got Malcolm, Elaine,
Olwen, Neil. You're supposed to be working, Neil.
I thought
what are you doing?
Yeah.
You always watch on catch up.
Yeah, I think it's just on a break, probably.
I don't mind. You come and join us.
We don't mind.
Join us.
But yeah, thank you to all my regulars and all of the new viewers watching. Obviously, we're streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and on the YouGarden website.
Yes.
And if you ever miss a show, I know a lot of you will know this, but you can always go onto the YouGarden website and watch them on catch-up as well.
You can indeed, yeah. I was trying to show my mum what to do the other day. I might have to give her another lesson.
So you go to the homepage, look for that button there. So that might be at the top, it might be at the bottom, just depending on what device you're looking on. And there you go. So there's all the show times. So green button if you're watching us now, live of course. But if you missed a show, the yellow button, and that was our Sunday show. There you go.
Yay.
So yeah, you can always say, any show you miss, you can always watch us on catch-up as well. So that was our Sunday show, which was really busy actually, wasn't it?
It was really busy. We always do currently we're doing 4 hours on a Sunday, 10 o'clock until 2 o'clock, and that's that's proving to be really popular. I think a lot of you missed your Sunday gardening shows, so we're really happy to bring those back for you.
We are, and so we've got big plans.
Stay tuned.
Over the next 12 months, yes.
Come and follow us actually on the social media channels as well, please, because we do send a lot of information out on there, don't we? We share a lot of information.
Do.
So this is Shaun Ryan, presenter and plant man, SHAUN.
Yes, Shaun Ryan, presenter and plant man.
That's it, on Instagram and Facebook, and I'm Bex Edwards with an X. My Garden on both of those as well.
But we love
watch
you.
us on there because we tell you all the news.
We do, and you get to see pictures of our garden and see what we're doing. You might get to see my mum.
No, do that. You posted a lovely video of her.
Well, my mum taught me how to garden, so we still garden together now, which is lovely. So yeah,
it's nice.
Yeah, it is. Right, anyway, I'm getting all sentimental.
Yeah.
We've got loads more to show you.
Oh, there's so many.
Now these
dogwood.
Yes. I had these in my last garden, but I haven't got them in my new garden yet.
So I've never grown these myself, but I have seen them all over the place, and I can absolutely see why people do have them in their gardens, because you are getting true year-round interest with this plant.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. In the winter when they lose their leaves, the actual wood that's left behind is this vibrant colour.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Look at
like
that gorgeous colour that you get from these. That is absolutely incredible. So in winter, you're getting these flame-coloured stems. It's not just some boring, plain, deciduous plant that's just got boring brown, twigs left. These are flame-coloured stems that you get on here. In the springtime, you get these dainty little white flowers on there that the bees and butterflies love. In summer, you get black berries that the birds absolutely adore. And then in autumn, you get this display of these almost coral pink leaves on there before they drop to then give you that flame display of the stems. It's such an interesting plant, and there's something for you to look at absolutely all year round.
And I love the redwood.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, honestly, in the middle of winter, that just looks fabulous. I've even put little twinkly lights in there.
Yeah, that looks really good. I need to up my lighting game. That's the next thing I need to do.
Yes, you do.
I want garden lighting. That's my next thing. I don't have any, and I need to sort it out.
Yeah.
That's my next thing.
It's all possible.
It's all possible, especially if you've got Stuart on hand, because he can help with stuff like that.
But we are doing 2 of those right now for just £9.99. So we're working out less than £5 each. And now, when I had this in my garden, I had it kind of semi-shade.
Well, it'll cope with it. Look, you're going to get best colour in full sun with this. But if you've got part shade, of course, it's going to be absolutely fine. But if you just want the really, if you want the really bright stems, if you want that really, flame-coloured display, you're going to want as much sun on these as you possibly can. They will get quite tall though, so
definitely.
We are talking 2.5 metres height and spread on here. I think you can trim them back though.
Yeah,
I think they respond quite well to that. So if you don't want to let them get out of hand, you can prune and trim back, so that's not a problem. But if you have got a bit of space and you want to fill it, this is probably a really good one to put in there. And they're only £9.99,
501 412. But good morning, yes, welcome to YouGarden this morning. Look, we've got all this space now.
It's falling over his feet now, that's the problem. No. What I should have said to you...
The great thing is I'm getting bigger because every day we're having lattes and donuts and pastries. So they've extended the set for us.
So that we can fit in. Yeah. We'll be rolling us in soon.
Actually, no, I have been doing quite a bit of gardening recently. So I'm burning off the calories.
Good.
So, you know, it's all about balance.
Good.
But our top selling item here at YouGarden is our premium professional compost. Every week we sell thousands of bags of this. Remember, if you spend £30 or more today, you will get free postage and packaging, and that's really important. We want you to get a free delivery. So if there's, you know, maybe one or two items on the show that you want, but your basket's not at £30, maybe just get some extra compost, and that will give you free delivery on the entire order. And we are doing 2 50-litre bags, saving £17.99 currently on the show. And I can honestly say, and I mean this hand on heart, it is the best compost that we've ever used. It's the compost that is used in the nursery. So when any plants are grown or potted on, this is the compost that YouGarden use. And actually, if you think about it, you know, every plant that we dispatch and deliver has to be of premium quality.
Yes.
So it has to be grown in the best compost. Of course it does.
Of course, yeah. I mean, look, we're not in the business of selling something to somebody once and them not coming back. We absolutely want to build a community of gardeners, a strong customer base, so that we can keep coming back here and talking about plants. Shaun and I have found the best job ever, so we want to keep doing it.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
And that is what we're going to be able to hopefully provide you when you try this premium professional compost, because it is absolutely amazing, isn't it?
It really is. And it is for everything, we always say, from seeds right the way through to trees. Obviously, if it's a plant that needs an ericaceous compost, we have got some on the website. But this has got everything that you could possibly ever need as a plant, including slow-release fertiliser.
Yeah, so there's some wonderful ingredients in here. This is just one of them, the slow-release fertiliser. You'll see loads of these little green balls, you know, dotted around in this in this compost, and that's going to feed your plants for a good 6 months once you first pot them up or plant them out into borders in here.
And although liquid feeds are great, slow release is really good because it kind of gives the plants the food as and when they need it.
Yeah.
So it's really clever how it works. But that's only a tiny part of the ingredients here, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit of it, to be honest. So you can see all these wood fibres that are running through this, composted wood fibre. It really helps with the texture of this compost. I can't keep my hands out of it whenever.
It's so true.
Honestly, you walk over to it and you can't help but touch it, can you?
It's so good.
Because it does have a wonderful texture. It's soft, it's fluffy, it's light, it's airy. Whenever you open a bag, it smells like you want to stick your face in it. It smells so good. I want to make a pillow out of it. It would be absolutely glorious. So this texture is really, really important because that allows roots to get in here, to breathe, to grow. And if they've got that space to do that, then what's going to happen is they will form the strongest root structure possible. Strong root structure, strong foundation means bigger, better, healthier plants, ones that are able to, just survive any differing weather conditions, any diseases.
And we always say, strong roots means better shoots, better flowers, better crops, better yields.
Strong roots, better shoots. Yeah. I like that. Very good.
So, we're talking about incredible ingredients. Different types of peat in here, of course, as well.
Yeah.
Yes, the white, the dark peats, but we have reduced the quantity of that to keep up with the environment, of course, environmental needs. But the overall compost is honestly just incredible. And you'll know the moment you open up the bag. It smells great, it feels great. And at the end of the day, it is the perfect home for your plants.
Well, we've all done it before, haven't we? I've been guilty of it, even, within the last year, run out of compost.
Yeah, and you go.
And I've nipped down to the garden centre, I've nipped down to wherever, and you buy, a cheap bag of compost, and it is always, always a mistake. The last one I did buy, I opened the bag and it smelt horrible. But what annoyed me more than anything was there was loads of big chunks in it.
Oh, I know.
Loads of big twigs, big sticks, things that hadn't been composted down.
And you're having to sort of break it down.
I was having to go through it.
I know.
I paid for anyway.
So
false economy, don't do it.
And don't forget, if you're buying even just the compost today, use that code YGTV42 and you will get your free crocus bulbs, which are worth £9.99. 40 crocus. So, and you can never, we said it earlier, crocus bulbs are so easy to plant because they're not, they're not massive. You don't have to dig huge holes to put them in. But they can look great in beds, borders, around trees, pots, hanging baskets, anywhere.
Through your lawn.
Yeah, that's what you've done.
Yeah, I planted them. I took a handful.
A natural
and
drift.
I threw them. Wherever they landed, that's where I planted them. Apparently that's the best way to create the most natural looking drift. But they're just going to keep multiplying over the years as well. But remember, those are absolutely free with purchase. All you need to do is enter that code YGTV42 and we will add those into your basket for you. And very, very simple.
And I'll say it again, if you get your basket to over £30 today, you will get free delivery on the entire order. So if you're brand new to the show, this is a promotion that's been really popular and we are extending it for the rest of the month, we've heard.
Yes.
So, I'll be honest, we were really busy last week, so it's a promotion that's obviously working. So, free P&P on all orders over £30. Now, something that I think is an absolute must-have today is our spring bulb collection. This is unbelievable value, actually.
Incredible value.
Stu, who's our head of technical, and he knows he's getting to know the garden,
he is.
Selection, but he actually bought this the other day, £9.99 for 300 bulbs. We've worked out it's less than 4p a bulb.
Yes, and then when you use the code and you add in the YGTV42, you'll then get more free bulbs included. So you'll get another, how many is in here? 60?
40.
40. So you get another 40 bulbs included in this mix as well. So you get 40 of those.
I mean, honestly, that is great, ridiculous. Right? So in the collection, you've got, so many wonderful varieties.
So they come in a big bag, but then in the big bag are all the individual bags, okay? So let's run you through the individuals, shall we? So you're getting
7 bags, isn't there?
7 different varieties, yes. You're getting 15 of the crocus bulbs. They're going to be the first ones that flower for you around February, March time, reaching about 20 centimetres in height. We've just spoken to you about those. Those are amazing. You can plant those almost anywhere. It's not an issue at all. Then we're going to get 80 of the Iphion. Those are the lovely star-shaped ones.
There's little blue ones right at the front.
I always go the wrong way.
There they
are.
are.
Going to go to the wrong side.
And these are really sweet little bulbs, aren't they? Going to about 20 centimetres?
Only about 20, 25 centimetres, and they're quite small, and that's why 80 of these are brilliant. You're going to want to plant as many of those together as you possibly can.
Again, they look good on mass.
On mass,
They're a bit lost just by themselves.
Don't plant them individually. No. Absolutely not. Then we're going to get our daffs in there as well. So these are the miniature ones, the Marie Curies. We're getting 15 of those. Only reaching about 20 centimetres in height. So, standard daffodils, they're going to reach about 40, maybe even 50 centimetres.
So these, again, are great for, like, rockeries, little pots,
I
hanging baskets.
love the mini daffs. I think they're really exciting.
Yeah, I do. And they should be out around about Mother's Day, March time.
Love that. And then we've got the tulips included in there as well. Classic, sturdy. They're the Triumph tulips, 50 centimetres in height. Wonderful mixture of colours going on in there, and 30 of those bulbs included. And we're not done. Remember, there are 7.
Alliums.
Muscari is actually the next one to flower.
There you go.
So Muscari would be about April, May time. And we love Muscari, don't we?
Yeah, I call it Grey Hyacinth because I like the common names.
No, me too.
But
some of them are easier to say than others.
But I always think Muscari are great, what I call crowd pleasers. They're easy, they spread, they don't get affected too much by bad weather. I'm not being funny, but tulips sometimes, if they're in an exposed area and there's strong winds and lots of and lots of rain, they can their life can be quite shortened. But these are just little robust little soldiers that will just flower and flower.
Maybe 20 centimetres in height, and these they're
lovely.
So hardy. They're just they multiply. You can get a carpet of these going, and when they're done, they just die back down underground again. They don't leave any messy, horrible stuff behind. They just disappear. They're ridiculously easy. I love the Muscari. Very much reminds me of my nan, feeling all. You were saying feeling all nostalgic and everything. I always feel nostalgic when I see those. And then we've got the alliums included in as well. 2 types of allium. So 80 of the allium molly. That's the yellow
one. There you go.
About May, June time, these will flower for you. So lovely into the summer months, about 50 centimetres in height. And 50 of the allium neapolitanum. So again, May, June time. And those are those white globe-shaped ones, about 40, 50 centimetres there as well.
I really like those.
They're really good, aren't they?
So honestly, now is the time to plant them. You get 300 bulbs for under £10 today on YouGarden TV. Amazing value for money. And, even if most people will leave the bulbs in the ground, they'll come back year after year. But even if you just use those for one season, and you thought, well, actually, because sometimes bulbs, let's be honest, can look a bit messy as some of them die down.
Yeah, they can.
But, even for one season, £9.99 is incredible. But most of us will keep those in our gardens for many years, if not decades to come.
To be honest, you will leave them in the ground. Even if you go digging through it, I often go digging through a border and I'll go, oh, there's a bulb, and I just put it back in again.
Of course you do.
That's just all you do, isn't it? But this is a way to transform your garden. This is a way to be able to have wonderful cut flowers to bring into your home. They're all easy to grow. Loads of wildlife-friendly ones in there. They will naturalise, and it is amazing value for money. Colour from February all the way through to June with this collection.
Well, I think we're going to have a really busy show today. Thank you so much to each and every one of you that's watching. Loads more to show you, lots of brand new items, but let's remind you of a few of the best sellers so far. I mean, that hydrangea, the standard, my word, at under £20.
Love.
That's just gorgeous, isn't it?
Isn't it beautiful? I like that it's in a standard shape as well, that lovely lollipop shape. Really nicely established, big plant we're talking about here. And it's just such a firm favourite. Love a hydrangea.
I just cannot believe the price on that one as well. So we're looking at, normally should be £35, it's £19.99 today. Now, I'm just going to talk about it. You have got $6.99 postage. I don't want you to pay that. Obviously, it's one of the biggest items that we can send and deliver. But if you get your order to £30, just over £30 there, you will get free delivery. And you won't have to pay that $6.99. 510424. Now, our Agapanthus, if you put one of these in your basket, you will get a second one free. So I know it says double up, but just put one in and we will give you the other one free. That's how it actually works. All you need to do is put the code in YGTV42. So just put one in, 680130, put that in your basket. We will give you a second one absolutely free today. And that's a big Agapanthus. I mean, honestly, they're amazing value. We are clearing the stock of those right now. They will flower, they're really mature, so they will flower next year. The Agapanthus will get to a metre or so in terms of height, so big and bold, loves a sunny position, but also likes its roots kind of hugged, as we say. So it likes to be in a bit of a confined space. So don't put it in a big open spot, put it in a pot or a tight corner, and it will absolutely thrive. They're 680130. Then we also have got our Pansy Cool Wave. Love these. I have bought these. I've got them growing right now, and it's a double up deal. So again, buy one, get one absolutely free. So why do we love it so much? Well, it will really flower. It will flower its socks off. It will flower for up to 9 months of the year. And I can honestly say, I don't know another pansy that will flower as long as this will. It also produces a huge amount of flowers. It gets to a point where you can barely see its leaves. It trails, and we don't say that it trails like, you know, something like your petunia would, but it gently trails and cascades. So it's ideal for hanging baskets. It's ideal for pots, and as Beck said, you can even put it in your beds and borders, and it would do, you know, great as a kind of ground covering plant. Postage is included on that one, 400967. But if you want some ready-made baskets, we have got a sensational offer on our pre-planted basket. So it's the same plant, but the nursery's done all the work. These have been grown and they're ready to put out right now. And you're still saving £20 on those. And do bear in mind, to get the free postage, because I don't want you to pay that $6.99, just put one other item in your basket and you will get free delivery on those as well. They'd make a lovely gift as well, I think. You know, rather than give somebody flowers, why not give them a hanging basket that's going to flower for up to 9 months of the year. Now, if you've got a shady spot, these ferns are amazing, actually. Fully hardy, and they are evergreen. You know, there are quite a lot of varieties of fern that are not evergreen and disappear over the winter, leaving big gaps. These won't. So they will keep your beds and borders full all year round. And they, you know, I've got something really quite deep shade, and they are doing great there. They really, really are. But they add interest, they add architecture. Say, shady areas can be difficult to make interesting. I always think you've got a lot, you know, generally speaking, you've got a lot of choice in the sunny spot, but shady areas can be challenging. These ferns are going to absolutely love it there. And they're only $19.97 today. That's for 3 of those in the 9cm pots. Very little care needed with those. I mean, if a few leaves get tatty, just chop them off. Give them a feed now and again, but you know, they are very, very low maintenance. 560-213. And now obviously is a great time to plant those and let them get really established while the ground's still nice and warm. Then we've got these. And these are rhododendrons. Now, you actually get 3 of these for just £12.97. These are evergreen also, so they'll keep those lovely, small, glossy leaves throughout the year. But in late spring, early summer, you get a mass of these sensational flowers. And these are really what we'd call explosions of colour. Bright, vibrant, adorable displays. Aren't they gorgeous? Now, they do like an ericaceous compost. So when you put those in your beds and borders, just pop them in with some ericaceous compost. We've got that on the website. Or just put them in pots with ericaceous compost, and they will absolutely love that. Or you can also, of course, feed them with an ericaceous feed as well. They like kind of, I don't think the ones that I've bought in the past, they don't like being in a really hot spot. They don't like that. But dapple shade, semi-shade, they will absolutely adore. And they will give you these, say, quite impressive, well, not, I would say quite impressive. They're more than quite impressive. They are very impressive displays. Highly impressive, that's the word I was looking for. At £12.97, the recommended retail price nearly £30 on those, 510804. Now, our head gardener, Peter McDermott, we had a meeting with him last week, and he knows his nursery and his stock inside out, and he has put together 3 fantastic plants for you that really complement each other. This is a Ceanothus. It's fully winter hardy, it's evergreen. It produces these incredible blue flowers that are remarkable. Now, you get these in kind of late spring, summertime, but also you may well get some second blooms in autumn as well. And the bees, the butterflies, they will love those. Then we've got our Deutzia as well, which is a raspberry sundae. Love this. I think those flowers look absolutely incredible, don't they? Really beautiful. The pinks there with the whites. They're gorgeous, aren't they? And then finally, we do have the pink owl. Now, my mum had this variety in her last garden. Flowered for many, many months in the summer. Really nice compact shrub, actually. So, you know, it's not going to get too big. It grows naturally in a nice kind of round shape. But again, you are going to get the most sensational flowers that are going to attract the insects, the bees, the butterflies also. But I think that's a gorgeous shrub. Fairly sort of slow growing, so it's not going to take over anything like that, but it really is a very neat and a very beautiful, a very pretty shrub to have in your garden. So 3 absolute favourites put together there for just £12.99. That is his 3 top picks, but in one big bundle today, but I'm sure selling very, very well. 511486. He definitely knows his stuff, does our head gardener Peter. And then also, this is, I know this is dogwood, many of you will, it's a cornus, and it's Annie's winter orange variety. Give you interest all year round. You've got gorgeous foliage, you get the little white flowers, you get the berries. And then when it gets to autumn, obviously the leaves will turn into lovely different colours, like this. You get all the gorgeous reds and oranges. Then they will drop, but you will be left with the most magnificent red branches, like this. And in the darkest and deepest of winters, this vibrant red can look absolutely spectacular. And that is at 511412 at just £9.99. But yes, welcome to your garden. We've still got loads more new items, haven't we?
Look at it.
I know. So nice to have more room, isn't it?
I love it.
And that just means we can display more plants, we can bring you more variety in every single show.
It absolutely means, because it was great, but we were a bit limited on space, weren't we, for a little while? We made it work, but now we can bring you even more.
We've got so many great plans for this year, and the plans for 2024 are huge with YouGarden. And we had a meeting with our head gardener last week, and we
came out buzzing afterwards, didn't we?
We did. We can't say too much, but Yeah, we've got some great things
told
happening.
Off, we're not allowed to
right,
tell you.
just forgot to mention, by the way, if you haven't put your code in, YGTV42, you need to do that now. That will unlock all of the promotions on the show. It's really important. If you forget to put the code in, you won't sometimes get the free gifts. If it's a buy one, get one free, you might not get the second one.
Free ones.
So you do need to put the YGTV42 in your basket. And that will also give you your 40 crocus, absolutely free of charge as well. And don't forget, spend £30 or more today and you will get free postage and packaging on your entire order. Do you know, I don't want anyone to pay $6.99 postage. Now, any questions, you can message us on YouTube Live, or you can, of course, put your comments in on Facebook Live as well. Now, we've had a question, Bex.
Yes, we have. It's for the head gardener's selection. Do we use ericaceous or regular compost?
Just regular for that one.
Just regular?
Yes.
Absolutely. No need for ericaceous for any of those plants at all. So, lovely Stuart's showing you our regular compost. It is brilliant. We highly recommend it. We use it. That's all you need for that head gardener's selection.
And we sell, oh my word, I mean, thousands of bags a week and sometimes tens of thousands
Absolutely.
a week. Yeah.
Well, it's quite popular now. So obviously it's a really popular item all throughout the year. But there's two particularly popular times, isn't there?
Now, yes.
Because everyone's doing their winter baskets and their winter potting and their winter bedding and all the rest of it. And then spring.
That's what I've been doing on my days off.
Yeah. Well, I wish I had. I'm not there yet. This week I'm going to do some gardening.
What have you been doing?
I've been busy.
Nothing's more important than doing the garden.
No, I completely agree. I completely agree.
Forget about the two children.
Yeah. I was about to say something there. I nearly said something.
I'm only joking. It's all about a balance, isn't it?
It is balance, but I've got lots of jobs. I keep looking at all the bags of bulbs that I've got, and I know I've got to get them. But I ordered my compost last week, so I'll be expecting a delivery this week, which means I can get on with potting everything out. Yeah. So this week, once that delivery comes, I'm out there. I don't care what anybody wants of me. No. They're not having it. I'm in the garden.
I said to everyone yesterday, I was like, right now I'm just having a day in the garden. No, I'm not doing it.
Do not disturb.
Yeah. My mum was like, oh, I thought you were taking me shopping. I was like, no, we're doing that on Saturday when it's raining. Because it was lovely weather yesterday, so I was out in the garden.
Did you get out yesterday?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I'm so jealous. What was I doing?
I was out most of the day, actually. I think we all feel so much better. And do you know what I have learned, though? Even if you just get out for like 20 minutes, half an hour.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, just do a little bit.
Well, I normally do my lovely little walk in the morning. I go out with my cup of coffee in the morning and have just a little wander around, just look at all the borders and have a little wander around. That's what I really enjoy. I love that little 5 minutes.
I'm missing at the moment because it's dark right now.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, but the clock's changed in a few weeks and it's light in the morning then, isn't it?
For a little while.
Yeah, so, you know. Anyway, we are delighted to be with you, lovely gardening friends here with YouGarden.
Good morning.
My name's Shaun Ryan, this is lovely Bex Edwards, and we're live from our potting shed in our 11-acre nursery in Lincolnshire. But loads more to show you, so we're going to move on to our Primrose and Benelli. That's a good...
What?
Is that price right?
Is that right?
It's not.
Is that right? Hang on, it's for 10 plants, right?
Yeah, but I'd double
take
up.
one of these away.
I know, but I'd double up, wouldn't you? I'd get 2 lots.
I mean, I would at that price.
That's really good. So that caught us by surprise.
It did a little bit.
I was thinking they're $9.99. They're not. They're $5.99. Now, again, if you're just trying to get your order to £30 to get that free delivery, get those in there. So I'm just thinking, if anyone's got a basket right now and it's got $6.99 postage on it, because you might have the hydrangea in there, for example, pop these in there. You're going to get 10 gorgeous plants. You'll pay $5.99, but you'd lose your $6.99 postage. So yes, get your basket to over £30, and you will save on your P&P. And these are just beginning to come into flower.
They are just coming into flower, and these are the gorgeous bi-colour mix as well that you're getting here. So some really beautiful colours included on these ones. They're going to fill your garden with colour all the way through the winter months, right into sort of March, April time. They're going to be absolutely beautiful, bringing you just sunshine and happiness. They're going to form clumps as well. So over the years, you're going to be able to divide these and spread them around. They don't mind a bit of shade either as well.
No, not at all.
This is a really, really good one for you to have. You were saying earlier, weren't you, Shaun, about under trees and things like that?
Yeah.
This is a brilliant one to put around the base of trees where it's a bit shady.
And I just hate gaps in the garden because any gaps means a weed's going to go, oh, look, there's somewhere to grow. But they are great fillers in shady areas, under trees, but equally so, they look gorgeous in winter baskets, pots.
Yeah, I like them in the middle of winter baskets.
I do, yeah.
And then you get something that trails a little bit around the edges because these stay nice and compact, don't they? They don't, I mean, although they'll form clumps, they don't like sprawl and spread. They form nice, neat little clumps.
What I will say is I would always deadhead them when you've got time because then the flowers will just keep coming, a lot more frequently. Any leaves that are a bit tatty around the bottom, just take them off.
You can just pull them off, can't you? Like there was one little one on there that I saw that looks a bit tatty, so all you do, just pull it away.
And that's it.
Done.
But they are really healthy. They are garden ready, so you can see that.
Look.
Really healthy.
Really strong root system, nice colour on the roots as well. They're ready to plant out. And this is what we talk about when we're talking about the garden ready. Obviously, we bring you lots of different, classes. So you've got garden ready, or you've got pro plugs, or you've got a bowl, various different things. These are absolutely ready for you to plant out in your garden right now.
Yeah. And they're such lovely varieties. A lot of them, have you noticed, are kind of bicolour. You've got, different centres. They're just a really vibrant, colourful collection, aren't they?
Really colourful. And this is the thing with the winter bedding. I always used to think that your garden was done come September, October time. Like you put your garden to bed. There's nothing else to do. But there really is. There's several, flowers and winter bedding plants that you can have. You can still get out in the garden and enjoy it over those winter months. And if you've got these out there, it's going to make you go out there and enjoy it over those winter months, isn't it?
Well, we are getting more and more orders coming through today. 510011 for the Primrose Benelli. It is the bicolour mix. You've got lots of those bicolour primroses.
Price is amazing.
By the way, we've just heard how busy it is for the head gardeners collection. We knew he'd get it right, didn't we? Our Peter.
He's going to be unbearable, though, isn't he?
It's a bit annoying, that, isn't it?
He's going to be unbearable when he finds out. He'll be like,
because that collection he put together personally.
He
did.
He
looked at all the stock.
Whilst we were in our meeting.
I know.
We sat there going through it. Oh, it's so annoying.
You know what? We'll get to know the stock and the varieties.
And then we'll put our own presenter picks.
Yes.
We're going to do presenter picks.
Yeah. It'd be like the junior gardeners selection. The Beck's collection, that's got to be into it.
I like it.
Yeah, the Beck's collection.
We'll do our own.
We'll get our little selections going. But anyway, thank you for ordering. Seriously, we've got some amazing deals today.
And that head gardener selection,
is really
annoyingly, is really good. So
yeah.
It's well worth going for that one.
Right, we better move on. So,
peonies.
We're very excited about our peony coming up now.
Look at that peony.
Now, this is a double-up deal. It's one for $9.99. Postage is included, or you can double up and get two for $14.98. That is a really beautiful colour peony, isn't it?
Well, this is where the name comes from, the coral sunset. So it's gorgeous. Absolutely adore the colour of this. But it's also colour changing. You've got semi-double flowers here, and it goes from a salmon pink to a subtle kind of pastel orangey cream colour as well. So you really have got a bit of added interest going on here. It's opulent. I mean, all peonies, I always think of them as being very opulent, very blousy, very flamboyant flowers. They all are, no matter which one you're going for. But this one is definitely a florist and a designer, garden designer's favourite. It is just beautiful.
It's so vibrant, isn't it?
Such a vibrant colour, just simply gorgeous. Reaching a metre by a metre. These are winter hardy plants. They just... Right, I often say with peonies, they are much easier to grow than their appearance suggests.
Totally agree.
They very much look like they're going to be high maintenance. Again, I think I might be a peony. I look like I'm high maintenance, but I'm not.
You're not high maintenance, not at all.
No, but I look like I'm going to be, don't I? Definitely.
I think that's a bit hard.
I think it's true. I'm definitely an Agapanthus. Look at me, look at me.
But I love peonies, I really do.
I'm going to open this one.
They do arrive as a bare root. Now, this is a great time to plant bare roots. We cannot emphasise that enough. So don't be disappointed when you open up the bag. You'll be like, oh, what's this twiggy thing?
What is this twig you're sending me? Oh my word, look at this. Okay, so that is, it's an ugly duckling story, isn't it?
It is.
Because that is your bare root, and that is going to turn into that absolute beauty.
But you can see there, look, there's all that.
Yeah, you can see the shoots. So each one of, you can see, they're going to come to you with 2 or 3 shoots at least. I can see 2, I'm sure. Right, I can see 2. So they will all have at least 2, maybe 3 shoots on them. Each one of those shoots is then going to turn into a stem. Yeah. And they're just going to get bigger and better for you. So bare roots are very simple to plant out. I'm going to do a video on planting some bare roots at some point when I get into my garden. So what you do is you soak this when you get it home. At least a couple of hours if you can, 3 or 4 hours maybe. Then you're going to take it out and you're going to plant it out either into a pot if you want it in a pot or into your border. You want those shoots to be just a couple of inches below the soil surface. This is for planting peonies, obviously. Every bare root comes with its own kind of rules. But with this one, you just want those shoots there to be a couple of inches below the soil surface. And that's pretty much it. Water it in and then leave it alone and then wait for the spring. You might want to stick a stake in the ground to show that you've planted something there, otherwise you'll end up digging it up. And the great thing is, good point. It's true, yeah, you'll dig it up by mistake.
But all the planting instructions are on the packets as well. So if you get what Bex and I have said, all the planting instructions are on there. Yeah. And generally speaking, you'll find that with all the bare roots, the bulbs and things like that.
And you do need to do this as soon as you get the bare roots home. It's not like bulbs where you can leave them sitting in the packets for weeks on end. You do need to do something with it as soon as possible, because what you don't want is for it to dry out in that packet. Otherwise, unfortunately, it could potentially die. So this just needs some attention as soon as you receive it. Best thing to do is soak it and get it out within a couple of days of you receiving it.
Do you know what I like about planting bare roots? It's just a practical thing. If we sold you this peony as a grown-on plant in a big pot, you've got to dig a really big hole to plant it, And so like my mum, who's, she's elderly now, she cannot do that.
No.
A bare root is actually so easy to plant,
Yeah, because it's just that little bit there.
That's it. But next spring, all those green shoots will start coming through. Year on year, you'll get more and more flowers. One thing I will say with the peony, try and find its forever home, because they don't really like being moved. You don't want to let it grow for 2 or 3 years, then have to move it. It might sulk a bit. It might, miss a year's flowering. They like, hellebores are the same. They just like to find their forever homes.
Absolutely, yeah. And the other thing with bare roots is that they do tend to take just a little bit longer to establish. You should get flowers off it next year, 1 or 2 flowers, but then in the subsequent years you'll get even more. It'll get bigger and better every single time. But the wonderful thing about bare roots is that even though it takes that little bit longer to establish, you end up with a better, stronger, healthier plant in the long run.
And that's a sensational variety, isn't it?
It really is.
I mean, that's wow.
Wow.
Yeah, makes my peonies look quite not dull, but because all peonies are beautiful.
You were saying this about your peonies. I think you need to increase your collection of peonies.
I think I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a few.
I really like that one.
That one is really pretty. I like it a lot. I really do. Yeah.
So I'll put my list together. I
think I got the Sarah Bernhardt one that we were doing last week, but this one, the colour of it. And then it changes colour as well.
I'm really glad that the free crocus deal is back, because I'm doing a whole. I'll do a video on my social media, but I'm doing the whole of underneath my eucalyptus tree in crocus.
Nice.
Because I've got 10 free bags of crocus so far.
It's going to take some digging. Have you got a tool? Have you got a tool to dig it in with?
No, but I'm just going to do them in groups.
Just do groups.
Yeah. I'm just going to
take out a big bit of lawn, whack them in, put the lawn on top.
No, I'm doing it. It's not lawned, the area.
Oh, is it just dirt?
It's a border.
Okay, all right.
But I'm going to see what it looks like with just a massive crocus.
I think that's going to look gorgeous.
I'm hopeful. So I've got all these. I've got 10 bags of them. So that's 400 crocus.
That's a lot of crocus.
Oh my word! I've got
400.
Yeah. And after today's order...
You might need some help. I'll pop over and help you.
But listen, if you want to be part of the show, we would love to hear from you. What are you doing with your bulbs, your garden? We want to hear from you right now. And you can... you can message us on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. Alwyn's one of our regulars. She just finished planting all of her free bulbs.
Well done, Alwyn. I am still looking at my mountain of bulbs and feeling a bit intimidated by it, so congratulations.
Well
done to you.
And she's looking forward for spring.
Good.
Right, we have got our rock roses coming up next.
Rock roses.
Now, Bex was these on the show a little while ago, but it must have been one of the shows
I think it must have been when you were on holiday.
Yes. All right. I'm not going on holiday anymore this year, you'd be pleased to know. So
I quite like hearing about your holidays.
These are the rock roses. Now, we've got a better deal today, actually. It's a double-up deal, 6 for $9.99, or you can double up and get 12 for $14.99. That is a really good price, because, again, buy these now, get them in the ground, get them established, and they will be sensational next year.
Yeah, they really, really will. These are stunning. I love the fact that you're getting, you know, if you're going for the 6, you're getting one of each of these amazing colours. These are great for rockeries, for gravel gardens, for sunny borders, because they just require very, very little maintenance at all. After flowering, all you have to do is prune it back a little bit, you know, basically to within 1 inch of the previous year's growth. That's it. That's all you've got to do. Leave them to do their thing. They do like a sunny position. If you can put them somewhere sunny, then do that, please. But they are winter hardy and easy to grow. Nice and compact. They don't get massive. They don't sprawl and spread. They're just a nice compact size of about 30 centimetres.
I love them. And my mum had these on a rockery in her previous garden.
Yeah.
They were fabulous.
Well, they're a drought-tolerant plant, which is why they're great for rockeries and things like that, because they really don't need mollycoddling.
And this is what they look like. So they come to you as plug plants, ready to plant right now, as Beck said, completely winter hardy, and they will produce the most gorgeous little, they're called rock roses because they are like mini roses.
Yeah, gorgeous little shapes, mini roses that you get in there, and loads of those flowers as well. They're great for ground cover. They're nectar rich as well, so this is an excellent one for you to invite, you know, bees and butterflies into your garden. Tough, hardy, trouble-free, low maintenance, but beautiful. And you can get 2 of them as well, 2 sets.
Yeah, they're honestly, they are just a lovely, easy plant that, say, produces a mass of these little flowers like miniature roses, and, say, ideal for rockeries, gravelled areas, love sunshine. As you say, don't mind a dry spot
Don't mind a dry spot at all, no, not at all. And they're perennial, of course.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're going to keep coming back for you every single year. So that's a really, really good collection. One of each colours, and then obviously you can double up for an extra £5 if you want to.
And it is so nice that they say there are so many different colours in that one collection.
Yeah, it's not like 3 of one colour, 3 of another. You are getting 6 individual plants in there, which I think is brilliant.
And if you double up, you'll get 2 of each of those. So amazing value on those, because if you do buy those as a fully established plant, you will be paying an awful lot more. You know, if you're getting the double up deal, it's just over £1 a plant, isn't it?
No, that's really good.
It's really good.
Yep.
But I know they're one of my mum's favourites. Hello, Mum. I hope Mum's watching.
Morning, Carol.
Yeah, she doesn't normally watch now. Now she's figured out YouTube.
Yeah, she said she was, when I met her at the gardening club last week, she was telling me she watches all the time.
Yeah, she always says to me, that young girl you work with is lovely.
I know, I'll take that any day.
Yeah, Beck's like,
that's me. That's me.
She's really lovely, is that young girl you work with. That's what she was.
I like it.
Beck's like, I love you, Mum.
She's my favourite person.
But my mum still loves gardening at 82, and you know, it's such a great hobby to have, isn't it?
It's a wonderful hobby.
And we're here to help build up your, you know, a garden community with YouGarden, and we're really grateful that so many of you tune into every different show. Yeah. Right, we've still got a few more things to show you, loads more to show you. Coreopsis is next.
Coreopsis. I adore Coreopsis. This feels a bit like Gora to me. You know how much I loved the Gora. Coreopsis feels like it fits into that little group as well. So this is a beautiful long flowering perennial. June, July, August, September. You have these wonderful flowers that are on there that are absolutely loved by pollinators. In fact, the Royal Horticultural Society gave it their Perfect for Pollinators badge. Loves a sunny spot though. Have you got this? Do you grow Coreopsis?
I haven't.
Yeah, this would be great in some of your borders. So it loves a sunny spot. You do want to plant in as much sun as you possibly can. And it's a nice compact one, about 45, 50 centimetres. So we're only talking a couple of foot height and spread.
I was thinking next year of having this with my Verbena burrensis.
Yeah.
So that at the back and this sort of in the middle of the border.
I think that'll work really nicely. And I love the fuzzy foliage that you get on here. It's nice thin thin foliage, but it almost looks cloud-like. It looks like the flowers are sort of floating above it, and that's sort of what I love about the Gora thing as well, because those flowers look like they're floating above the foliage. And it's the same with this, and you'll get loads of them. I think it'll work hand in hand very nicely with the Verbena.
And what sort of spot do we need, Bex?
Sunny.
Yeah.
Sunny if you can.
You can tell, I was thinking, sometimes you can look at a plant and almost know. You
no.
You look at it as far as like, yeah, you like the sunshine.
You're going to want sunshine for sure. It'll work in a pot as well, because it's a nice compact growing habit as well. We're talking, as I said, a couple of feet by a couple of feet. If you want it in a pot, that will be beautiful, and it'll just gently sway in the breeze as well. It'll look really, really nice.
And have you noticed on the screen, buy one today and get two absolutely free.
I love these deals.
Yeah.
I love it when we get two free.
And just, I know a lot of big orders going through. Just really try to put together an order for £30, because then any postage, you know, some items have got £4.99 postage like this one, so we've got £6.99, the really big heavy things. But if you manage to get your basket to £30, we will deliver everything free of charge.
Yeah, and it's really well packaged as well. Like, you know, YouGarden have been doing this a long time. They really do package everything so that it can get through to you in the post in its best possible condition.
So this is our basket that we've put together. So Stuart's put this together. So he put in the one Agapanthus, but he got a free one there. So he actually got two for $29.99, which is incredible. The crocus, they're free because we use the code YGTV42. Coreopsis put one in, and then the two pop themselves in. They're absolutely free. And with the Pansy Cool Wave, we popped one in, and then we got the other one absolutely free. So if you look at this order today, we're saving £84.95. We're only spending £54.97 with loads of freebies there. And there is a little, if you're not a member of our club, you can see that it says save a further £5.50 by becoming a YouGarden Discount Club member. So we can just literally click that to the basket, and there you go. So that's a year membership. It's on auto renewal. You can cancel at the end of the 12 months, but there you go. So we've saved more money, and all we need to do is check out. There you go. The total saving now is £92.45. So it really, honestly, I refer it to milking the system, but I'm only joking. It's more about getting the best value you can from YouGarden TV. So loads of ways of saving money, but say free delivery with any order over £30, and loads of freebies, including the crocus, when you use YGTV42. Right, yes, there's a free crocus, beautifully modelled by our Bex.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
Hi.
But I've got, I'm not joking, I've got 10 bags of crocus, I've got 400 crocus to plant. But because they're small bulbs, they're easy to plant, I'm just going to do a whole area of crocus.
Yeah, I think it's going to look great.
Look amazing.
That won't take long to do.
It won't, because the ground's soft.
And they're relatively shallow planting as well, aren't they? You don't have to go too deep with crocus.
Yeah. And do you know what? And say don't always take my advice, but when it comes to bulb planting, I'm not.
I was just looking actually, because there's one here that's got the measurements on it. You know, we were talking the other day, weren't we, about measurements on trowels and digging things at the right depth. I'm not one of those.
No, I'm not. But we're all different types of gardeners.
You do you.
Yeah.
You do you.
But I'm just going to dig some fairly big areas, a couple of inches deep maximum, and then just put loads in.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do.
Like it.
Yeah. And I'm pretty confident they're going to look great.
I'm sure they'll look brilliant.
We've got, now this is amazing. I'm
Oriental poppies.
Yeah, I'm very tempted with this today, because we have got 5 bare root Oriental poppies for £12.99 today. Now, again, I'm going to address the postage. The postage is £6.99. We will take that off when you get your order to £30. I am a big fan of Oriental poppies. I know my mum is as well. Hers were amazing this year, actually.
Yeah, they get better every year as well. This is the wonderful thing. So each one of these will be able to produce up to 20 flowers once it gets established.
And we should say, the first year you might only get 1 or 2.
Yeah.
But year 2, my mum mum went from getting, I think she got 1 poppy the first year, but then the second year she got 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is what happens with, particularly with a lot of perennial plants, you know, that it just takes a little bit of time for them to establish. First year they sleep, second year they creep, third year they absolutely leap. And this is what it's all about, particularly when we're talking about bare roots, because they take that bit of time to establish, but once they do, oh my word, do you get some of the best displays possible. And in this particular collection, you are getting 5 bare roots, a beautiful mix of shades that you're getting included in there. And they're so easy. Soak these bare roots in water, get them planted out as soon as possible and leave them. And then next year you will get some displays from these. And then in the coming years, you'll get even bigger and better ones. And they have that characteristic dark splotch in the centre with the wonderful colour around the edge. We know that these are wildlife friendly, that bees absolutely adore these. And I think there's just something about poppies, isn't there? They mean something to us.
I'm just looking there, just looking at the berries. I'm not going to open this. I'll leave them nice and safe in there. But you've always got full instructions on here. So, it tells you the height, it tells you the planting depth, so 2 to 3 inches. So they're going to be really easy to plant. And as Bex was saying with the peony, when you get these home, give them a soak for a few hours.
That's it.
And get them planted. Do not leave them in this bag for months because they'll dry out and they will not like it.
No, and they'll probably die. You probably, you won't be able to get any growth from them. They're sent to you they're in sort of moist soil in there. So we're keeping the roots kind of, with a little bit of moisture. If they dry out, the chances are it's died and you won't be able to get any flowers from it.
So they'll be dispatched and delivered. We always say in 5 to 7 working days. Sometimes it's a lot quicker than that.
So within a day or 2 of you receiving them, you really do need to do something with them. But it is very easy. Soak it for a few hours, plant it, done.
And then next spring you'll start to get some of the poppies, and then the year after you'll get magnificent displays. Get questions, what kind of spot would they like?
Sunny spot for these ones. Yeah, as much sun as you can give them, really. They're going to reach about 80 centimetres up to 1 metre in height. They sometimes need staking. It depends on, what area you planted them in. If it's exposed, then yes, you might need to stake them a little bit. But if it's a not-exposed area, chances are you'll be absolutely fine with those.
Yeah, but honestly, the displays have been magnificent. They really will.
They were
I had some natural poppies growing some wild poppies, I should say, growing my garden this year, and they were joyful. But they lasted a day or so, that was it.
Right, yeah.
These, you get a far longer flying season. Honestly, and I love the colours, Bex.
The shades are absolutely beautiful.
They're really
nice. And they complement each other. I would plant them together if you can. I wouldn't plant them individually.
Have you noticed how big our studio is?
I know, it's so big, we can't get it all in one shot.
I feel like I could do it like a run, don't you? well, actually, maybe not, but
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We had donuts for breakfast, so no.
We did. I'm so bad.
You're so bad.
Feeding everybody. Right.
I brought cakes as well, so we're in trouble, aren't we?
Anyway, it's lovely to be with all of you wonderful people at home with YouGarden TV. Bigger studio means more plants that we can actually share with you. Got a big show today. What do you want to do next? Should we do Alwyn's?
Alwyn's.
Hello, Alwyn.
Hello, Alwyn. You bought this, didn't you? This is the Sarcococca Winter Gem. You might have heard of it as Christmas box or sweet box.
Sweet box, I know it as.
I discovered this years ago when I was walking around Ferry Meadows, in actual fact, and I could smell something, and I was like, "What is that? What is that? What is it?" And I was hunting it down, and I found out it was this. I had no idea what it was at the time. I was taking pictures. I was sending it to my mum. What is this? I need it in my garden, because the scent that you get from these flowers is absolutely incredible. It is sweet and delicious.
And I discovered this from Lynn, who's a friend of mine who's part of the garden club that I
hello,
run.
Lynn. I'm sure she'll be watching.
She will be, but Lynn's got this in her garden, Lynn is she's really good at making floral displays and things like that.
You could use this.
Yeah, but the scent, she's got it in areas where she can, just outside a back door and things like that, where she can really, really smell the gorgeous fragrance that this creates. So you do get these lovely little flowers.
Yeah, and there's loads of buds on here. Just pointing them out. There are buds galore on here, ready for this to flower for us, because these flowers start to appear around December time.
Yes.
Hence why it's called Christmas box, I suppose. And the flowers then stay on there December, January, February, March time, and it's those that create this absolutely beautiful scent.
I mean, look at these. Now, it is relatively slow growing.
Yeah, no, it's not going to take over. This is not going to, you know, sprawl and spread. It will get to about 1 metre by 1 metre, nice and slow growing. Beautiful glossy evergreen leaves that we've got on here as well. So interest all year round for you, and true winter colour, true winter fragrance. I've got mine planted into borders, but I'm actually thinking about digging it up and repotting it because I'd like it a bit closer to the house.
Yeah, you really want to take advantage of the fragrance.
Yeah.
Now, doesn't mind a shady area as well.
No, this is the other good thing about this. Yeah, it doesn't mind a shady area. You don't need to have this in full sun at all. This can go into a shady border without a problem, and you're still going to get a floral display. You'll still get that gorgeous scent. And Olwyn, we mentioned, who's one of our regular viewers, she messaged in because she bought this when we had it on a show a few weeks ago. Her husband is blind, and she bought it for him as a birthday present. She's creating a garden, you know, that he can enjoy, and the scent is obviously something that he will get enjoyment from.
I know Adam Woolcock, who's one of our other specialist gardeners that presents the show with us, he created a whole sensory garden at Chelsea last year or the year before, and I think he got a silver guild, I think.
Oh, did
he? But all, you know, helping to raise money for guide dogs, and the whole garden was created with different sounds, textures, and fragrance.
Yeah,
and that
nice.
is, I mean, you've picked a beautiful one because I know the fragrance on these is incredible.
It's so nice, honestly. The fact that I was hunting it down, I went a bit mad trying to find out what this was when I smelt it, because the fragrance is, it's kind of sweet, it's jasmine-like, it's vanilla-y.
It's amazing. And it is known, so the common name is sweet box, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Christmas box or sweet box is what I discovered.
I know it's sweet box.
Lovely.
But we have got...
This was a favourite a few weeks ago, so I don't know, it might be a favourite again this week.
And again, if you can get your orders to £30, you will get free delivery. They are slow growing, I'm just being honest, so that is a really good size.
Really good size.
Well,
actually,
I'm going to be honest, Lynn gave me some little baby ones, right, about that big. About,
taken forever?
About 3 years ago.
No, it's still about this big.
It's not like there now.
Yeah,
See, I think mine have been exceptionally slow, I have to say.
I think the one mine's grown probably from there upwards this year. So I've got two actually. One's planted in one border, but the one I planted out earlier on this year, it was probably about this tall, and it's grown about this much in that year. Yeah. So that's how much we're talking. It's not much at all.
Mine are just really slow, but this is a really good size that you are getting today.
Excellent size. You get loads of flowers on there.
But I honestly, now is the time to buy that, and then you're going to get those wonderful winter flowers and that winter fragrance. And I think it's a really special plant. I remember speaking to Adam Woolcock, our garden designer, and he'd often use these in shady areas.
Yeah, really good to put in a shady area because they don't mind.
And evergreen, of course, as well. So I think it's gorgeous. It's a beautiful foliage.
It's so nice foliage, honestly. It's some of the best.
And you do have a £10 saving today as well.
Evergreen, winter flowering, scented, easy to grow, low maintenance, barely any trimming required. You might... just a little bit maybe to maintain shape. That's it.
But honestly, I don't know why we don't see those more often, but we don't.
I know.
But anyway, if you'd like that one, it's only $19.99, 510-579. Now, also another great one for the winter.
Yeah, this one. So this is great if you're doing indoor displays and winter displays and things like that as well. The Camellia is going to be a brilliant one because of the foliage, and you know, I can see this in floral bouquets, winter floral bouquets, or indoor displays. This is going to flower for you over the winter months too. And you're going to get that wonderful contrast of the red and the green, the very festive Christmas cheer.
Well, I mean, I guess the clue's in the name with this one, isn't it?
Isn't it just Camellia Yuletide? Look at the buds that you can see on here. Oh, sorry, you're on a piece of video.
Well, look, we can see the flowers.
Well, those are the flowers, absolutely. But yeah, these are ready to flower because these are going to start from around sort of November into December time. Look, bud.
So this really could be in flower on Christmas Day.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So this is, you can even, I mean, if you don't plant it out, you could even have this as an indoor plant over the Christmas period, and then plant it out afterwards. Just be careful indoors, obviously, heating and all the rest of it. But you could actually use it as an indoor plant over those Christmas.
I like the idea of having that in a pot just outside the front door at Christmas time, and hopefully, you know, if it's in flower, You could put some little lights in it. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Oh, it will look absolutely stunning. This is an ericaceous compost one, though, by the way, guys.
Yes, it is, because it's camellia.
You do need to think about getting some ericaceous compost. If you don't have any, just search on the website. You should be able to find them. But it's all about the abundant red blooms that have that lovely contrasting yellow centre against that green background as well, and it's such a festive colour combination, isn't it? The green and the red.
Amazing, and I know it's a shame it's not quite in flower yet. Obviously, the closer we get to Christmas,
another week or two. These buds are going to be ready to open.
Oh.
Honestly,
do you know, I've never bought this, but I'm really tempted for Christmas.
No, they're really nice, aren't they?
Yeah.
If you want to plant it out into your borders as well, this is one that'll fill a decent space, so it can get up to 3 metres tall. It'll spread by, probably about 2 metres as well. So if you want this as a gap filler in your border, then definitely this would be an amazing one. Plus, it is obviously evergreen, and luscious evergreen as well, so constant interest all the way through the year.
By the way, this is how it arrives.
Yep.
Okay, good sized pot there, 15 centimetre pot. We have got on our show, because I think it looks great in these, we have got our pair of planters, which you can see there. That is actually...
Yeah, that'll be nice. It'll live in there quite happily, certainly for a little while.
Yeah. Be happy there for, I'd say, a couple of years.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to go for the Camellia Yuletide, that is down by £15 today. But we've also got the pair of wicker pattern planters for £9.99. And
here's another Christmas present. It's another Christmas present, isn't it? I'm totally into this whole living gifts as Christmas presents.
Yeah. I don't really like.
That will be in flower at Christmas.
I know. That's fine. I know much as I love poinsettias, boy, they're tricky.
Yeah. Yeah,
honestly,
they are, aren't they?
True story. My other half, Jay, used to work for one of the big sheds.
Right.
Wait, I'll tell you, he used to work for Homebase years ago as head of logistics and distribution. And all of these trolleys of poinsettias arrived, like literally thousands of them, right? And somebody in the team forgot to bring them in, right? And they were only left outside for literally a couple of hours, and the whole stock was destroyed. Yeah, this is years ago. But honestly, because
my word.
And it was a cold day, and they'd been left outside just that little bit too long. And poinsettias are that change in temperature. They can, so. As much as I love them, how many people have actually managed? I buy poinsettias every year, but
yeah, they're just to get thrown away again, though, aren't they?
I've actually managed to keep one from last year, which I'm actually, delighted.
I've never kept any.
So this is just a great Christmas flowering shrub that's going to be a lot easier.
A lot easier. Yeah. So yeah, great for your garden. Wonderful, I think, as a gift to give to somebody. There's always somebody you don't know what to buy for them. Yeah. The mother-in-law. What does she want? She doesn't want anything. She doesn't need anything.
Yeah.
Get her a plant.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Now, in terms of position, again, sort of semi-shade.
Semi-shade, sunny spot. Don't think it really matters with this one. I think it'll thrive, it'll survive wherever it's winter hardy. It's easy to grow. You can put it into pots, you can put it into borders. Yeah, this one's a nice kind of
that's gorgeous.
Easy gardening. So busy gardeners, new gardeners, Camellia, you can't go too far wrong, really.
So if you want the planters that we've popped in there, don't forget you can add those at £9.99. But this is our gorgeous. We've got the details for the Sarcococca on there, actually, which was the sweet box. Lots of you going for that, I'm sure. 510579. That was another winter favourite of ours today at £19.99. But if you'd like to go for our Yuletide, this fabulous Camellia Vermalis, that is 510818.
Lovely.
I think it's a really nice winter.
Those are really good, actually. Like two. If you can stretch to it and you've got the space, those two for winter colour, winter interest, get both evergreen. Of those in your boxes, in your baskets. Those would be great.
I know why you said boxes there, because that's sweet box.
Sweet box.
Yeah. But lovely to have your company today, by the way. Don't forget, you need to put in, I know I'm a bit like a broken record, but in fact I'll let Bex say it. What code do you need to put in, Bex?
YGTV42. This will unlock all of the special things. So that when we've got the buy one, get one free, it will put the get one free into your basket. It will also add in the free gift that you get with purchase today, which is 40 of our crocus mixed selection.
Bulbs. And they're worth £9.99.
£9.99, that's right.
And also you will get free delivery when you spend £30 or more. And really, don't pay delivery today.
Oh, please.
Yeah, try and get your baskets £30. We've got lots of little items that you can just get in your basket and get your free delivery as well. But any cat lovers out there, would you like your cat to go crazy with a natural catnip? Would you like them to go meow? Actually, no,
that's a good cat impression.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, I've got
like
a cat,
it.
you see. I've got a cat. And
Teddy
is a good cat. It's actually a good cat. But I didn't buy this last week. It's on my list currently.
I'm trying to persuade him. I think you should.
Yeah, I think I should. It's just his mad.
Give him a treat. So you might know it's catnip or catmint, and apparently cats do adore it, which is where it gets this name from. It's like a natural catnip for them. Isn't catnip supposed to chill them out? Or does it make them go
just the opposite.
Does it make them go crazy?
Yeah.
I'll give him a treat. Why not?
It's like
I don't have cats. Sorry, I'm a dog person.
I like both. I like cats and dogs. So, but. Yeah, no, I'm thinking it might stop him trying to chase mice around.
Yeah, it might do. Or it'll make him do it even more.
Oh, God.
I'd do it. You've got to give him a treat.
But actually, cats aside, because you might not have cats.
No.
You might not even like cats. Not a problem.
No, this
but
one
it's a lovely plant in its own right, isn't it?
It is so fantastic in its own right. Okay, so it has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit. Oh, it's another buy one, get two free as well.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Love that deal. So Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit means that they've tested it, trialled it, they've put it through its paces. It is a proven performer in our garden, so you can shop with confidence because it's got that badge. Also, it's winter hardy. If I ever tell you, or Shaun ever tells you that something is winter hardy, that means it comes to you with a lifetime guarantee from us here at YouGarden. It will be replaced free of charge if it doesn't do what we say, if it doesn't, if it fails to thrive, if it dies, basically, we will replace it free of charge. All you have to do is get in touch with us and pay the postage to cover it, but we'll send another one out to you.
That is brilliant, isn't it?
It's excellent.
Yeah, it just gives you real peace of mind.
Lifetime guarantee with that, so it's brilliant. It has got a scent to it. It's sort of a minty scent. It's not overly mint, it's not excessively mint, but it is a nice mint smell to it. Maybe that's what the cats love. I don't know.
I've had an idea. I'm gonna, if it's okay with the head gardener, I'm going to take one home tonight. And I'll
see what he does.
See what he does.
See what he does.
I'll share it on social media. Okay.
Oh my God, do it. Maybe it's the flowers. I don't know what it is about it that they love.
I'll see tonight. I'll take one inside, put it next to him and see what he does.
So it's going to want a sunny position, but it'll cope with part shade. It's not going to be a problem, but it is long flowering, okay? So June all the way through to October, you'll get these lovely floral lavender blue spikes that rise up out the top of that foliage.
And I only realised yesterday when I went round to my mum's, she's actually got one of these in her garden.
Has she?
Yeah, I did. I'd never spotted before. She's got quite a big garden, and it actually is in full flower right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I'll take Teddy down to your mum's garden.
No, I'd never get that.
The problem is, though, cats they do like it a lot, so they do tend to roll in it. I was reading about people putting stakes in the ground where it is to stop the cats from destroying the plant.
But honestly,
don't worry whether you've got a cat or not. That is an absolutely brilliant, long flowering, winter hardy, perennial plant that's just going to keep doing its thing for you. It's beautifully aromatic as well, and it stays nice and neat. It doesn't get massive. Couple of feet, height and spread is what we're talking about.
Hers looks lovely. It really does. And so as Beck said, we are doing a buy one get two absolutely free.
Love those deals.
I do. We've got some great deals on the show, but we are going to go back to one of the top sellers, one of the most popular offers we have got today live this Wednesday on YouGarden TV, and it's our Pansy Cool Wave. Cannot recommend these highly enough, so I'm just going to do a bit of deadheading there.
You eat it. That's what he's going to do. No,
you can eat these. You can, Pansy's violas, you can eat them. They actually taste really nice.
They're quite
really
peppery, aren't they? They're lovely.
But you probably want to just enjoy the flowers rather than eat them all. But we are doing buy 10, get 10 absolutely free. Now, as a winter bedding plant, we honestly do not believe it gets better than this. It is a An amazing plant that will flower and flower for up to 9 months of the year. The size of the flowers, they are a little bit smaller than some pansies out there, but they are far bigger than a viola.
Yep.
It gently trails.
Gently trails. We're not talking, like 60, 70 centimetre trail,
No.
maybe 30, 40 centimetres. But this is absolutely beautiful for your hanging baskets. It's wonderful for pots because they'll tumble carefully over the edges of those. And you can also plant them into your borders as ground cover as well. Just because it's a trailer doesn't mean it has to be in a basket or a pot. You can actually put it into the ground as well. And yes, 9 months of colour right the way through to May, maybe even June next year. That's the display. That is exactly the kind of display that you can create. Those flowers will cover the foliage. I've done hanging baskets with mine. I only did them last Monday, planted them out. They're looking fantastic already.
Yeah.
I've got those easy fill hanging baskets. I
great.
can't wait to show
Yeah.
you. They're starting to fill out already. It's brilliant.
But if you're a bit short of time, we've actually done all of the work for you.
Love this.
You can get a pair of these ready-made, pre-planted rattan hanging baskets, saving £20 today for $29.98. And, I'm not being funny, but you can literally hang these up straight away and you've got a magnificent display.
Yeah,
and these are actually only going to get better, you know? They look great now, but they are only going to get bigger and better.
There are so many spots on here where you can see the flowers are just going to start sprouting from, and they're just going to get absolutely covered. Honestly, this is going to be the most beautiful display. Just all you have to do is hang them up, get them home, water them, and hang them and enjoy them. They will be stunning.
If you can just find one other item to add to your basket.
What was that $5.99 one we saw earlier? Primroses over there.
The Primrose Benelli.
Primrose Benelli.
Yeah.
Add that in.
Yeah, and you'll get free delivery.
You'll get free delivery, and you'll be spending less.
Yes.
Than if you paid the postage.
So at the moment, if you were just to buy the baskets, you'd be spending the best part of £37, including postage. But as Bex has just said, if you add the primroses at $5.99, then you'd actually save £1.
You save £1.
Because we take off the postage.
And you're getting primroses that are perennials.
So it's really worth just being a bit clever, with your shopping and making sure that you don't pay any postage today. But those baskets, all the hard work's been done. They're really nice.
You're going to buy some of those, aren't you?
Yes.
Shaun's got the pub garden to do, his own garden and your mum's garden, right? So it's a lot.
I'll be honest, I nearly bought them last week and I thought, well, I'll just see how I get on with my baskets.
You haven't done them, have you?
No, I've done some other stuff, but there's so much to do. So yes, I think I'm going to buy those. Lovely. I nearly bought them last week. I was like, I should really make my own up. But I'm going to do a bit of both. I'm going to do a bit of both.
No, it's fine.
No.
Unless you tell them on the telly.
The pub customers will be like, I love your baskets this year, Shaun.
Yes, I did a great job with those, didn't I?
Yes.
You don't have to tell anyone. We won't tell them.
No, right.
We won't tell anybody. Should we talk about anemones?
Our pub's called the Fox, and I call myself head gardener at the Fox. There is only me. Right, anyway, let's move on to our hardy Japanese anemones. A great collection, been really popular actually over the last week or so.
Yeah.
And you're getting 3 of these at $49.7. Do you know, I've actually noticed, since we've been selling these, I've noticed a lot of anemones as I've
There's loads of them, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's funny how that happens.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing a lot of at the moment is... I've forgotten the name. Right,
Give me a clue.
They've got fuzzy foliage, they reach quite tall, flowers at the top, it's an annual.
An annual?
Yeah.
Fuzzy foliage.
Grow it from seed.
Ooh.
Anyway, it'll come back to me.
Fuzzy foliage flowers. Cosmos.
Cosmos!
Yay!
Well
there
done!
You go.
You can read my mind.
I'm
seeing loads of cosmos at the moment. It looks really pretty, doesn't it?
I've got lots in my garden.
Love cosmos.
Yeah, they're a great late summer flower.
Yeah, really good at this time of year.
Right, there you go.
Your anemone. This is a really good one at this time of year as well. So you're getting 3 different varieties included in this collection, 2 of which have the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit, but these are perennials. These are going to come back for you every single year, and they're going to flower for you August, September, October time. So just like the cosmos, these are going to give you that late summer and early autumn colour that we so desperately want. They do want a sunny position. They will tolerate part shade, but if you want the biggest, best floral display, they're going to want to be in as sunny position as you can find.
And I love the fact that they don't need staking as well.
No.
I mean, some plants do need stake and it's worth it, but it can look a bit messy. These just self-support. And You've probably noticed over the past maybe decade, we're getting some great autumn weather, aren't we?
Yeah,
we really are. So to get
October is always a fantastic month, isn't it? And it has been for
September.
so many years.
I know.
Yeah.
So it's really worth planning your garden so you do take advantage of that late autumn colour.
Yeah.
And these are just so pretty. I love the varieties we're getting as well.
Yeah,
don't
you've
you?
got some really gorgeous ones in there. So I think that one's the vivid pink. So that one will be the Prince Heinrich. That has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit. That's the Whirlwind, which is the white one. And then the other one, which is the Queen Charlotte, which is the light pink. That has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit as well. They are just workhorses, though. They do just keep flowering. You do get loads of these large, pretty flowers on there when we need them most, when a lot of our, summer blooms are going away, when we're starting to feel a bit like, oh no, it's over. Oh, no. No, it's not. There are things you can have in your garden that will look so beautiful, and your Japanese anemones are one of those. 3 included. Amazing price for you today.
And again, it's a great time to plant them. And we say, all the plants on the show, that they're designed to be planted now. So plant them now. You should get some, still might get some lovely flowers this season, but next year they're going to be bigger and stronger.
Absolutely. And this is what it's all about, isn't it? We need to plan ahead when we're talking about gardening.
Yeah.
There's certain things that you can do where you'll get an instant effect or a very quick effect, but generally, sort of 80-90% of any gardening that we do, it's about planning ahead a little bit, which I'm not brilliant at, but I'm getting better.
Yeah, I've had to, because mine's a new garden. Well, it's 3 years old, but I've had to.
You have to.
Start from scratch. So, yeah.
Next year it's going to be amazing.
I thought. Just thought, I'd do all the boring things like turfing, and I say boring, but a big lawn to turf, and because it was a building site, pretty much it was just full of rubble, so it took months just to get the ground ready.
I need to pay some attention to my lawn. Next year, that's my job. I'm going to scarify and seed and all that. I'm going to do all that stuff. I'm going to get on it next year.
There's always jobs to do, but it's great, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it.
A garden's never finished. It's an ongoing journey, isn't it? But gives us so much pleasure over lifetime. Better move on now. We were saying about getting your basket to £30 and getting free postage. We have got another great little item that's only £6.49. It's our Primula Pretty Potty. Pretty Potty. Do last week I said pants. This week is potty.
Okay, that's another blooper. I'll be posting that one again.
Oh God, where did that come from? So
pretty potty. Here's our pretty potty.
Is there such a thing as a pretty potty? That's hard to know. But this is our Primula Pretty Polly. Peach.
Yes, it's a fantastic name, isn't it?
Take over next, yeah.
When you look at these flowers, you can see why it has been called the Pretty Polly Blushing Peach. I think those flowers are the prettiest flowers. They look like icing. They look like they should be on a wedding cake. It looks like a floral bouquet. It looks like a wedding bouquet. They are just beautiful. So yes, by all means, add these to your basket to get yourself over the £30, but also add these to your basket because they are so pretty. Easy to grow. Incredibly beautiful, bicoloured, fully double blooms. They naturalise as well over the years, so they're going to form clumps which you can then divide. You'll potentially get 2 flushes of colour out of this particular variety throughout the year. They're going to flower for you sort of March, April, May time, maybe even into June if you're lucky as well. And I think with these ones, don't mix them up with others. Actually, these deserve to be together.
I agree.
All 3 of these, plant them together. Don't plant them individually because they're quite compact. We're only talking 30, foot by foot maximum. So put them all together. Create a real focal display from these because they really do deserve it.
Yeah, I think the colour of that sort of like yellow against the light pink is really divine. And over the years, it will form clumps. You can divide them. You can get obviously bigger displays. But they are just a really gorgeous variety of Primula. And I'll say it correctly this time, they are the Pretty Polly Blushing Peach at £6.49. And they're ready to be planted straight away. just £6.49. So if you are, say, struggling to get your basket to £30, because if you do get it there, you'll get free delivery. Add those to your order. But really, really special those. Love them.
Oh, my tummy's rumbling. I hope you can't hear that.
No, they do arrive. All of our plug plants, by the way, will arrive in these mini greenhouses.
Yeah, I'm just packaging it back up so you can see how they're going to arrive to you. There's a popper somewhere. There we go, on the side. So that pop's closed. And then they come to you in this mini greenhouse. That's how they get delivered to you. They're obviously well watered and carefully looked after before they come to you. When you get them home, give them some love, show them some attention, open them up, give them some water, let them see some light, leave them to settle for a day and then plant them out. Get them out into the garden as soon as you possibly can after that. But they are packaged very carefully in fully recyclable packaging.
Yes.
Everything is fully recyclable. We're very much trying as a company to be, as environmentally friendly as possible. So environmentally friendly packaging. We've got a massive, great big reservoir here that saves so much water every single year.
I think it's millions of litres now, actually.
We'll have to find out the number. All of the machinery, it's all electric and stuff. So really trying to be as environmentally conscious as we can as a business.
Yeah, which is great, isn't it? Obviously as gardeners we want to look after the environment,
Absolutely.
don't we? As much as we possibly can. But really like those. 480-866 is your item of at £6.49. And then finally over this side of the studio we have got our vintage mix stock collection with a £7 saving today. These are, every time we see these, it's such a really beautiful palette. And do you know, these have been with us now a couple of weeks and we seem to be getting more and more flowers, don't
I know,
we?
every time they come out
now?
we have some beautiful flowers on here. I'm going to grab one to smell because this is one of the reasons. Oh, wow.
Can I smell?
Shaun, that is
so I've not
pretty.
got the best nose, but
Smell
it
that.
is, isn't it?
Oh, and that one smells slightly different. So you get slightly different fragrance for the colour. You can't tell that. I can tell that. There's a slight. I'm getting a slightly different fragrance.
I think because you've said,
I'm going for this one now, just to see.
Look at the colours though.
Oh, I love it.
Those three together.
They're such pretty colour combinations.
Now this is more compact variety.
Yeah. So some stocks they can grow much taller. This one's a bit more compact. We're only talking maybe about 30 centimetres by 30 centimetres height and spread on here. Incredible fragrance. The array of colours that you get here, it's a very classy combination of colours. Very designer inspired, I think is what we would call them. They're naturally sturdy, they're bushy, they're free flowering, and they give you the most amazing scent. You can use some as cut flowers, bring them into the home, so you bring that scent indoors as well. You need to get these planted out now, and then they will give you more flushes of flowers for you next year. And they are classed as a hardy annual. Plant them now, so they will arrive, with flowers and buds, but you will get more in May time next year. Absolutely, yes, definitely. And over half of these are going to be double flowers as well. Nice. So these are they're so pretty. Really classy colour combination, and I think that's the thing that we've fallen in love with this particular collection. Not only that, but they are just so good to smell. They really do smell good. I know, I'm being quite vigorous with that, but they smell delicious. So if you have just joined us, by the way, a very, very warm welcome. Hello. Hello, welcome to YouGarden TV. So don't forget, we are live every Wednesday. This is this month's schedule. May change in November, but this month we're doing 10 to 1 and 2 till 4 on a Wednesday, Thursday, and then Sunday 10 o'clock till 2 o'clock as well. And the promotion is going to run to the end of this month, where you get free delivery when you spend £30 or more. But the free gift has changed today. You are now going to get your 40 crocus bulbs worth £9.99, absolutely free when you put in the code YGTV42. So don't forget to do that. Pop in your code and you'll get your free bulbs. But we've got to actually move on to bulbs. Yeah. Oh, this is a good collection. This is one of the most popular tulip collections that we sell every single year. Every single year it's up there. I do remember, and that's why. It was a top seller last year and the year previously. Yeah. But look at this. I mean, I always think that purples and whites... Purple's my favourite colour. Is it? Yeah.
Yes.
It's my favourite colour. Absolutely adore it.
Actually, it's my goddaughter Laura's favourite colour as well.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Yes, she loves purple.
I'm with Laura. She's got good taste.
She has got good taste. She loves me.
I know she does.
But we've got a double up deal on these, so you can either go for the pack of 25 for $9.99.
Yep.
But if you double up, you will save even more money. Now, I actually bought these about 4 weeks ago for my friend Lynn in the village, because she loves a certain garden designer. Quite a high-end one. I won't mention the name, it's not fair. But I just thought this palette looked really high-end.
Looked really nice. Yeah, it's that purple. And I see a lot of this, and it does look very designer. The purples and whites and things. It is classy, it's beautiful. That's why we love that stock mix, because it's those purples and whites and creams, and that's sort of the colour combination that you're getting here as well. But it's not just about those colours, is it? Look at the ones that have got that fimbriata edging to it.
That's the word I was looking for. Fimbriata.
Yes. It's that fringing that you've got on some of those tulips, and this is what really makes this collection really stand out.
Now, the lady that I gave these to is actually on chat
Lynn.
right now.
Hello, Lynn.
Lynn Burrows. Hello, Lynn.
Morning.
Watching us this morning.
Have you planted yours out yet?
So just let you know, Lynn actually is part of my garden club in our village. She does loads of work, to be honest.
She did.
Yeah.
She was organising you the other day, wasn't she?
So I'm classed as the chairman, but I'm sort of the one that goes, oh, let's do this, let's do that. And then Lynn makes it happen. Lynn and the rest of the team, they're brilliant. But yeah, I got these for Lynn, and I know she'll absolutely love them. But Lynn loves to theme, and she doesn't like... How can I put it? She doesn't like a mishmash of colours.
Yeah, see, I do a mishmash, and I wish I had more.
She'd hate your garden.
I know she'd hate it.
No, she wouldn't at all.
I need to think about it though, because I do love that. I love that idea of having a theme for certain areas.
Do you know what? There's no right or wrong.
No, it's whatever you want to do.
We've all got different tastes. We all like different things. I'm a bit eclectic. I have different areas of my garden, so some I'll theme and some I'll just like.
Yeah, just go for it.
Yeah, there's no right or wrong, but I have to say, I think they are absolutely gorgeous.
I mean, the display you're going to get, if you do the double up and get 50 bulbs, that is a lot of bulbs that you'll be able to use. So you can definitely theme that. Pots of those by themselves, or a full border just with those in. And remember that, tulips come back for you year after year as well. So you will always get those displays. And
just so you know, all of our bulbs are graded. So
they are.
I mean, I've just picked up one here, but this gives you an idea of the size of the bulbs.
I don't know which ones these were. I mean, they're tulip bulbs. I can't remember which variety they were, but this is what they look like.
Yeah.
And they're such good quality, every single one.
But it just gives you an idea. Look, all of the bulbs are of a really good size, so none of them are... sometimes you buy a bag of bulbs, you won't know what's in it because you can't see. You get it home, you open it up, and several of the bulbs are too small, so they might not produce a flower that year. Yep. They may be mushy, so you know that they're not going to do anything apart from rot. Mm-hmm. Ours are all graded. So, inside every single one of those tulips is the embryo of a tulip. And, if you buy 25 bulbs, you should get 25 tulips, basically.
Absolutely, yes. And that's the quality that YouGarden want to be able to provide to you. Our head gardener is very on it when it comes to quality control, isn't he? He's very keen on that. And it's his business, of course. He wants to make sure that it is as good as it possibly can be.
He's very... I mean, he's a great boss to work for, but he wants everything right. And not funny, you don't have a business like YouGarden, with great reviews on Trustpilot, FIFO, if the standards aren't. Yeah,
he's got high standards, and
kept,
that's good.
really, really high. Yeah. So that's what we're all about. But we also say YouGarden is gardening for everybody. So don't think you need to know a lot about gardening. Don't think you need a big garden. Even if you've got just a balcony.
Yeah.
Even if you haven't got a garden, we've actually got a great selection of houseplants on our website.
Indeed, yeah. There's so much that you can do. Yeah. And we do want to encourage that. You don't need to have an allotment or a massive garden like him. You can just have a tiny space.
I actually moved house to have a bigger garden.
I know you did. Yeah. And I want to do the same thing as well one day.
Mine's a third of an acre, so that is big, isn't it?
It is big.
It is big, but it's got pros and cons. It's never finished. I never show the good bits on my social media, but there's some really bad bits.
No, you're going to have to start showing some of the bad bits.
I think I will, actually.
What do we want next? What are we doing?
Should we just do compost while we're here?
Oh, compost. All right, let's talk about that.
So, any questions, by the way, any comments, we would love to hear from you. So don't forget, we're live until 1 o'clock. We're back from 2 till 4. We always keep a few surprises back. A few new things will appear at 2 o'clock this afternoon as well. But try and get your baskets to £30 and don't forget to put that code in YGTV42 as well. But our best-selling gardening product on YouGarden is always our compost. And I just cannot fault this. I really can't. And I mean it 100%. I think it's amazing. And do you know what? Sometimes you will look at the price and think, oh, I could get cheap elsewhere, and you will. But actually, if you become a club member, you'll get 10% off this every time you order.
Yep.
So that brings down the price to around about £22.50. Then you'll get your free gift today anyway, so you're getting your crocus bulbs worth £9.99. So actually, suddenly, in real terms, 100 litres of compost could cost as little as, well, the equivalent of £12.50 if you put in the value of the crocus.
Yes.
If you say, your club member, just think about the value that you're actually getting and say it's really worth becoming a club member just to get your 10% discount on the compost.
And also then if you look into the future...
Yeah.
If we could all look into the future. But if you look into the future, if you're growing your own, for example, you want bigger, better crops. And we wholeheartedly believe and have experienced that by using this compost, what we get are better results from our plants.
Well, I must admit,
we get more flowers, better flowers, healthier plants.
And my tomatoes have been brilliant this year. My peppers have been great. All grown in this.
Oh, I use, this is what I use, absolutely. And the thing is, thousands of people, over the years have written in about this compost and given their own reviews of it. And so many of them are things like, I will never use another compost again. This is the best compost I've ever used. A
lot of you have had far better results with seeds as well, using this compost. Far better results with your hanging baskets, your pots. And it is an absolute all-rounder. We always say from seeds right the way through to trees and everything else in between.
Yep.
The only things it's not suitable for are those plants that need your Ericaceous compost, and we've got...
Yeah, we've got a couple today, haven't we? So we've got the Camellia, the Rhododendron. What else? I think it's Camellia and Rhododendron today. Sure, there was another one. We'll discover it. But yeah, anything that needs Ericaceous compost, don't use this. Use the actual Ericaceous compost that's on our website. But absolutely everything else. I mean, we've got some grow your own. We've got all the Primulas and the Sarcococca and the Agapanthus. It's going to live a wonderful life in here because it's filled with all of the right ingredients, and it's made to the same recipe, for want of a better word, every single time. Okay, so if you're buying it now and then you're buying it again in 6 months' time, you will have the same amazing quality each and every time.
And I've never ever opened up a bag and been disappointed. I've never gone, oh, that's not the same. That doesn't smell right. That doesn't feel right. It really is so consistent in terms of its formulation and its recipe, the way it feels, the way it smells, the way it looks. But what's in there, Bex? All
right, so we've got in here 3 different types of peat, black and white peat, which has been reduced over the years, so it makes up less than 50% of the volume of the actual compost, well, to keep up with environmental needs. You can see all of these composted wood fibres running through here. Now, that is amazing for a few different reasons. First of all, it creates this wonderful texture that you can see as we run our hands through this, as I ball it up and release it. The texture of it is really, really important. You don't want anything thick, heavy, claggy, because what we need is space for roots to be able to breathe. It's really important for them to be able to spread. If they can spread, what they end up doing is forming a very strong root structure, and that strong root structure obviously is going to lead to bigger, better, healthier plants. Ultimately, that's what we want. Healthier plants, ones that are able to deal with changing weather conditions, ones that are going to be able to deal with any pests and diseases and things. And this is what we're talking about with that root structure, okay? Our compost and just a standard compost. This is the difference, and this is the difference we want you to be able to achieve.
And when I'm ever planting something new in my garden, we've got lots of perennials on the show today, I always, when I dig the hole, line it with this compost, because I just know that it's going to give those plants the best start in life.
Yeah.
It really is an incredible compost.
Yeah, I mean, I do the same thing in my garden with the clay soil. I'm working on it. I'm trying to break that soil up. It's fantastic nutrients in there, but obviously it's quite thick. It's heavy. So what I'm doing is using this, digging it through, and actually improving the texture of the soil in my garden. So there's so many benefits to it.
Now we are going to give you today 2 50-litre bags, so they're nice and easy to handle. Obviously, we'll deliver them free of charge as well. Postage is included.
Lovely.
And they do come in Cabba boxes. Again, that's all recyclable. It just makes it a little bit easier to stack them and to deliver them.
I ordered 200 litres, placed my order yesterday. So I ordered 200 litres, so I'll be getting 2 boxes delivered direct to my door. It's much easier than going to the garden centre and lugging those bags around, isn't it?
And you will get your free crocus bulbs worth £9.99. If you're not a club member, so just hear me out here. I know most of you are club members now, but you could join the club for £5 today on auto renewal. And that would instantly give you the best part of a £2.50 saving off your compost. So even if you're just buying compost today, you will get a saving of nearly £2.50, but you will actually get, these are all the benefits of joining the YouGarden discount club. So you get 10% off every plant and accessory order, and that, accessory order does include compost and stroll, Shinar, professional manure, things like that. You'll also get 5% off every outdoor living and gifts order. £20 worth of YouGarden vouchers. This is why I think joining the club, you might as well do it, because you'll actually get the equivalent really of £20 worth of cash to spend back on the YouGarden website. You can use one of those vouchers every 3 months on average. Also, exclusive offers, competitions and expert advice as well. But what I'd love to do, because I know what it's like, a lot of you put together big orders now, especially when you get the free delivery, when you spend £30 or more. I'd like to remind you of some of the favourites we've had. I do love our music, by the way, don't you? I really like that. It's our theme tune. But, he's done it again. So,
he's going to be on bed.
So our head gardener, Peter McDermott, the genius that he is, he put together, well, he is really good, to be fair. Right. He's put together 3 amazing shrubs.
They are the best.
He has picked the best. He's picked 3 that really complement each other. And actually, when you think about how he's chosen Bex, he's chosen 3 shrubs that will flower over a long period of time together. So if you actually look at the overall flowering season, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah, you're getting summer, it's actually late spring into summer and then into early autumn as well. That's really, really clever. He's so annoyingly clever.
So we're now looking at the Ceanothus. So this is more early flowering.
Yeah, this is about April time, isn't it?
Yeah,
the Ceanothus comes out. Really pretty flowers on there. Those beautiful powder blue. Loads of bees flying around. It's gorgeous.
And evergreen, of course, as well. So I love Ceanothus. And this is the pink owl. My mum had this one. And this actually flowered pretty much all summer. This is absolutely gorgeous. Nice compact shrub. So it doesn't grow too big. It's a moderate growth, I'd say. So it's not going to take over, but it does tend to form this lovely kind of round shape, and the flowers are magnificent on that one. So 3 amazing shrubs. We'll go back to this because I know they're proving really, really popular today at £12.99. And what Peter basically did, he looked at all the stock in the nursery, and I'm sure there's thousands of items in stock, but he picked 3 shrubs that would really complement each other and would work in pretty much any garden, and they're really good value, those, but selling really, really quickly today. That's been the top seller. So yes, our head gardener has chosen very well, as we would expect. 511486. Now also, our Pansy Cool Wave, do you know what? These have been the top seller of the month, actually. If you've never grown these, because when you first get them, I'll be honest, when they come in the trays, they look pretty much like normal pansies. You go, yeah, they look nice, but it's what they do, because they will flower for up to 9 months of the year. They flower so much in terms of volume of flowers, hundreds, thousands over their lifetime. And actually, in the height of gorgeousness, you won't even be able to see the foliage. Seriously, you just get this mass of flowers. The size of the flower is slightly smaller than some of the other pansy varieties out there, but a lot bigger than a viola. And these do trail. We do class them as a trailing pansy, but they gently trail, they gently cascade. So they're brilliant for the edge of a hanging basket. They're great for the edge of pots, winter displays, because they will flower over the edge of those. 40967, and it's a buy 10 plants and get 10 plants absolutely free. Do you know what? If you just want to place one order today, I would go for those. And don't forget, you will get your free crocus bulbs worth £9.99. But if you're short of time, I'm not going to say lazy, but if you're short of time, or you just can't be bothered, you can get the ready-made baskets. Seriously, you know, I love making up hanging baskets, but it is quite time-consuming. In fact, Lynn, that I talked about earlier, she made me the most beautiful baskets for our pub last year at the front. They were absolutely gorgeous. But Lynn's been on classes to make up hanging baskets, and there is quite an art to it. We've done all of the work for you. I've done our pre-planted baskets, 2 of these for £29.98. Now, I'll be honest, you were a couple of pence short of the free postage, so find one other item to your basket and you get free delivery. In fact, I'll show you the 2 most affordable items on the show. So, if you added these to your order with the hanging baskets, you'd suddenly not pay any postage at all. And these are the Primrose Benelli bi-colour mix. They're garden ready, but the clue's in the name, they're bi-colour. So a lot of the varieties in here will have 2 colours. And these will love a shady spot. They'll flower year after year. Obviously, they'll die back in the summer, but they'll come back year after year and form big clumps that you can then divide and get even more of your Primrose Benellis. And they're only $5.99 today for 10 plants, saving £4. 410011. The other one, which I think is even more gorgeous, are Pretty Polly, that I called Pretty Potty earlier. But anyway, they're the Primula Pretty Polly blushing mix. Absolutely gorgeous. Stunning doubles here. So they're like mini roses, and you get that lovely blend of the gentle yellow with the pink as well. £6.49. The recommended retail price is $12.99. 480866. Now, also proving really popular on today's live show, the Winter's Gem. Now, known for many as Sweet Box. I only discovered this in the last couple of years, and it's all about the fragrance. So this is winter flowering. You know, in the middle of winter, when nothing is really happening, this will produce these lovely little delicate flowers, but it is all about the fragrance. This will tolerate a shady spot as well, so do bear that in mind. It is slow growing. So mine, I got some really small ones given by my friend Lynn, as I mentioned, but they are quite slow growing. So this is actually a really good size in a 4.6 litre pot. Saving £10 today. 510579 is your item number today on YouGarden TV. Now, we've also got the most sensational deal on our Agapanthus. We're basically clearing the last of the stock of these right now. So it's an Agapanthus Africanus Blue. It's a big variety, so the flower stems will grow 1 metre, maybe even taller. Loves a sunny spot. It's from Africa, don't forget. So yes, this will love a really, really sunny spot. Normally, $34.99 for one. We're doing a buy one, get one free for $29.99. So if you think about it, normally if you bought 2 of these, you'd be paying the best part of £70. Today, you can get 2 in the 5 litre pots for £29.99. Now again, I don't want you to pay the postage. I mean, they are big, they are heavy, but buy one other item and we will get rid of the $6.99 postage. So do you remember I just showed you the 2 types of primroses, $6.49 and $5.99, the Primrose Benelli and the Pretty Polly. Just add one of those to your order and you'll get delivery absolutely free of charge. And also, I'm really pleased to say that fantastic Camellia, which is a Yuletide. So this is designed to actually flower over the Christmas period. Now, obviously, it's an outdoor plant. Potentially you could bring it indoors in a cool room, just be a bit careful, obviously don't put it somewhere really hot. But that is a lovely Camellia. But the fact that it flowers over the festive season is amazing. And I just think, quite often we've got holly covered in berries at that time of year, but imagine one of these outside your front door welcoming your guests at Christmas time. It would look amazing. Very tempted with that myself today, and it is down to £19.99, 510818. But we've all, Bex has got new hands. I like these hands, Bex.
Good, aren't they?
Well, they're big.
Massive hands.
And you've already got big hands, haven't you? Yeah, so have I, actually.
I do not have dainty little hands.
But we like these. These are brand new on today's show. Now, obviously, it is autumn. The leaves are just beginning to come down. These are absolutely brilliant at scooping those up, aren't they?
These are going to be, I need these. I need these in my life, absolutely. You get both of these, your hands just slip through, you can hold on to them, and then you're collecting. So you're collecting the scoops up like this. It is absolutely brilliant.
And it just, it saves you so much time. You can see here.
Look at it.
Look, giant hands.
Slightly scalloped at the bottom there, as you can see, which makes it easier for you to collect. It's made of really tough polypropylene, so these are designed to last you. It's obviously going to protect your hands from any thorns and those sorts of things as well when you're picking those leaves up. But it's the large capacity that we're talking about.
And even, sometimes at this time of year, you're trimming shrubs back, and, some of them might be a bit prickly, a bit dangerous to pick up with your hands.
Yeah.
These just protect your hands, as Beck said, but you get a lot in there.
It is. It's large capacity, and you don't have to bend down quite as far either, because obviously you're extending your reach, so you don't have to bend quite as far to get down there. I think these are a really good idea.
I think it's a great idea.
Really simple to use. My mum would love these, actually.
And great, I mean, if you've got...
all the leaves drives her mad.
And I'm just thinking, sometimes you've just got... I'm kind of like... I'm a bit of a messy gardener, so I'll do everything one go and then clear up afterwards.
I do that. And then you turn around and you look at everything and you go, oh, no.
But like when you've
I'm already tired.
Trimmed your hedge, and I won't do it a bit of time. I'll do the whole lot, the stuff everywhere. But they're just brilliant at scooping everything up and then popping it in your
trimming
compost
hedges.
bin.
That's a brilliant one, isn't it?
But leaves particularly. Now, you might, even if you've got a leaf blower, it just blows the leaves into one area.
And then you collect it all up. Well,
Yeah.
that's what I see these as. I don't see you going around the entire garden and picking them all up individually. You probably rake everything into the place, or a leaf blower, blow it all into place,
and then just
use these to pick them all up. And exactly what you said, like, I'll do all the jobs, and then I think, I'm tired, I'm done now. But then I look at what I have to do to clean up and tidy up.
Yeah.
You want to do that tidy up job as quick as possible, and this is the way to do that.
This gives you super hands, basically. There you go. And we think the kids would get involved with it, do you think? Would your boys, would it encourage them?
I might get them out there for 10 minutes.
That's all right.
10 minutes is all it needs. Look, how they slot together as well, by the way. So when you're storing them away, they do sort of slot together easily, so you can store them away in the shed or wherever.
I really like those, and they're only $7.99.
Only $7.99, that's great.
But again, if you want free postage, just add them to your order, get your basket to over £30, and we will deliver everything free of charge.
Imagine if you were swimming with these. Could you imagine one of those in a swimming pool?
You're so right.
You'd get the whole length.
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
you might get asked to leave, but. Yes.
Woo!
Yeah, no, don't use them in the swimming pool. I'm just worried about people's heads.
Okay.
Yeah. But do use them in your garden for clearing up your leaves.
They're definitely garden scoops, not swimming paddles.
Yeah, but they're only $7.99 today, 161001. Now, we've had some really nice hibiscus over the past few weeks. And we've got another. Do you know, we've had so many wonderful varieties. We're trying to share as many with you. Have a look at this one. It's called the Starburst Chiffon. Now, be careful with that flower, because obviously it's coming towards the end of flowering season for hibiscus. We always say up to October time. But because the weather's been mild, a lot of hibiscus are still looking fabulous. Oh my word, how beautiful is that one?
That is a pretty hibiscus, isn't it?
Stunning.
Look at the colours on that one. Really deep wine red, that is, isn't it? That's a Malbec, if ever there was one.
Now you're talking.
That is a beautiful, beautiful colour. Nice blush pink that we're talking about as it kind of graduates and out to the edges of the petals there. You get an abundance of flowers on hibiscus, don't you? When these are in flower. Sorry, Stuart, I just
there you go.
And they're absolutely stunning. And they're a late late flowerer, so they will flower through the summer months for you, and they will flower into sort of September and into October as well. So this is a good one if you want to extend that flowering season.
But don't panic, because sometimes they do take a while to get their leaves back. Obviously, they are deciduous, but I know my mum this year was panicking. Oh, I think my hibiscus has died. I was like, no, they're fully hardy, mum, it'll be fine. But it took to about May for the leaves to start coming, and then she only got her first flowers kind of end of July, early August, but they are still flying now. They are,
and the thing is, they are beautiful flowers. So I get it, it's deciduous and it comes back late with the leaves. But the flowers that you get on here that look so exotic, that you think you can't grow in this country because they look so exotic, you actually can. So this is definitely worth having in your garden, in your collection, because this plant will get covered in those beautiful flowers. You will be amazed by it.
And they are fully winter hardy. And if ever we say something is fully winter hardy, that also means it is backed by our lifetime guarantee. Right. So if we say winter hardy, it means backed by our lifetime guarantee. So if that doesn't thrive in your garden, you know, if it didn't keep living, let us know and we would replace it free of charge. All you'd pay is the postage. But I think hibiscus are amazing. And there are some varieties that are not hardy for the UK, but the Starburst Chiffon is fully hardy.
Yeah, absolutely. And this one also has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden
yes,
Merit.
I've forgotten that.
So not only have you got that lifetime guarantee from us here at YouGarden, you can also shop with confidence knowing that the Royal Horticultural Society, who I think know a thing or two about plants, they've tested it, trialled it, rigorously tested it, and it's been proven to be a proven performer in our gardens here in the UK.
And I think that is one of the most beautiful we've ever seen. Does love a sunny spot, so the sunnier, the better for hibiscus.
So I bought a hibiscus, I can't remember what variety it was. Anyway, I bought a hibiscus this year. I've planted it out.
Marina.
It's fine. Marina, well done. He's so good. He's got a great memory.
Well, it's patchy actually. I remember certain things and not others, but yeah.
Yes.
I do remember buying Marina.
I got Marina and I planted it because it's perennial planting season, so I planted it, but mine's gone into a pot purely because I know it needs a sunny position and I don't have a sunny enough border, or at least I don't have space in the sunny border left for it, so it's gone into a pot for that reason.
But it'd be more than happy in a pot.
It will.
Have you forgot anything about the hibiscus?
No. Size of growth?
Oh, no, do you know what I was going to say? It doesn't mind relatively poor soil, actually.
Oh, yeah, it's quite tolerant of all soil types. And if you want it to get big, it'll get 2.5 metres. What's that, 8 foot? I don't know the conversion. Thank you. Yeah. About that, if you want it to get that big, but you can restrict the size of it by growing it into a pot, and I think you can prune it back a little bit as well.
Yeah, they don't kind of take over, you know.
No.
They don't sort of go bananas.
They're nice the way they grow.
Yeah, I think so.
They don't get leggy and horrible, do they?
My mum's got 3 in her garden, and they look really good, and they still look good now, which is lovely as we head into. I can't believe the clocks are changing in. Is it 2 weeks?
Yes. It's just.
We gain an hour's sleep, though, don't we?
Spring, forward, fall, back. Yeah, we get an hour.
We get an extra hour in bed. That's all I know.
I know, but then it gets dark.
I know, but then it's light in the morning. Swings and roundabouts, as my dad used to say.
Swings and roundabouts, right?
But
so I was listening to a great thing on the news yesterday. Apparently, it's got nothing to do with the farmers as to why the clocks change. Apparently, it was a golfer.
Really?
Yeah, it's quite an interesting story.
It's quite a big debate whether we should change them or not, but we won't go into that now.
No, let's not start that. Shall we start that debate?
No.
What do you think?
I must admit, I personally hate it when it gets dark early.
I know.
I really do.
Apparently it's not necessary. We don't need to change the clocks at all.
Anyway.
It's like it's completely unnecessary.
Before all those messages start flooding in, yes, it is necessary. It's just, do you know what, though? It's not, one thing I'm really grateful of in the UK is the change of seasons.
Really?
You know? Yeah.
No, I want summer all year round, thank you.
No, you see, I don't.
Summer.
I like the changes. I do get bored of winter by the end of it, but you know, there's something nice about wrapping up. You'll know soon in this potting shed we'll be in our blankets.
I know.
But you know,
I've already got my thermal layer on.
I've
got my thermal layer on.
I've got my gilet on.
It's getting colder.
But I like the change of season with plants as well. You know.
Yeah,
I do.
I know. Listen, it would be boring, wouldn't it?
It would.
It would be. I get it. I just like being warm.
I know. I like the seasons, I do. But spring and summer are my favourites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially spring. Spring's awesome.
Well,
when you start seeing everything shoot up through the ground and you're like, yes!
So all of those spring bulbs we've got on the show, get those in the basket. Right, now this we've held back.
Okay, Tayberry.
Oh, we're very excited about this. It's a double up deal as well. 1 for £9.99, 2 for £14.98.
I know, that is amazing.
This is actually on my list today, Bex.
Is it?
It
okay,
is.
I like this. Okay, mixture between a raspberry and a blackberry.
I know. There it is.
Weird, right? Oh my word. So this is a hybrid between a raspberry and a blackberry. You get these lovely deep red fruits that resemble large blackberries, but these are sweeter and way more aromatic. It is easy to grow. It's kind of problem-free. You don't really need to do too much with this. It will grow quite big. You do kind of need to train it up something, so up a trellis or up a wall or something like that, because it can grow up to about 2 meters.
Can it? Oh,
yes,
okay.
Yeah, so you do need to train it up something. But then what you'll get are the most delicious fruits on here. So you'll get the flowers on there May, June time. So that's obviously going to bring in the bees and all the rest of it. And then you can pick the fruits off here around August and September time.
And I've got a feeling, and I might be wrong here, so correct me at home, but I think the reason why tayberries are not often sold in the supermarkets, I don't think they transport very well.
Okay, I don't know.
I might be wrong. But
you don't see them anywhere,
no,
though, do
and
you?
I think it's because they don't actually transport very well once they're picked and put in packaging and things.
We'll look into that.
So they're great to grow in your garden.
Yeah.
But so they're bigger than an actual raspberry.
They're bigger than a raspberry.
Because I love raspberries, but they're sometimes so small, aren't they?
I like the idea of this. I've not grown them, so I'm not talking from experience, but I do like the idea of these particular fruits. I love the idea of grow your own anyway. I do a few. I grow strawberries and a few other bits and pieces in my garden. I love doing that grow your own thing.
I'm going to go for that.
I've got kids, so I enjoy, whether they get involved or not, I'll go, come and look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this, and I'll show them the fruit growing, but it's a nice journey to take them on. Sometimes they're interested, sometimes they're not, but it's still, if you've got kids in your life anywhere, grandchildren, nieces and nephews, get something that's grow your own in the garden.
Partners that are very childish.
It's lovely to see their little faces when they see it actually growing. It's an enjoyable
and
thing.
also, buy this now, because you're going to get far bigger yields next year.
Absolutely.
And I would double up and go for 2 for £14.98.
I definitely would. I mean, it is a self-fertile thing, so it's not that you need to. However, even with most self-fertile things, if you've got another one, it does help. It does help to get more flowers and more fruits. So if you can, I would go for 2.
And I always, I think every garden should try and have some grow your own if you've got the space.
Just something.
Yeah. But if you love your raspberries, if you love your, say, blackberries, and actually what I'm really pleased about, over the past few years, trends have changed. In the old days, I remember my relatives, my nan, my uncles, my aunties, they always used to have separate areas for fruit and veg. But now it is far more popular to actually mix things together. Why should that be separate from everything else?
It's beautiful in its own right. It's a foliage plant. It's got fruits on there. Yeah. Why wouldn't you mix it in with the other things? I sort of have a little corner where I started doing a sort of grow your own section, and then I realised, why am I doing this? I can just mix it in with everything else.
But let me know if you know whether tayberries don't transport very well as a picked fruit. Let me know,
if not, I'm going to look it up during our little break.
I've just got a bit of a memory from when I was working with our head gardener. I'm sure he said that's why you don't, because you might be thinking, well, if it tastes that good, why is it not in the supermarket?
There,
So, but you can grow it very easily yourself. I'm going to go with the flowers.
Good.
So it's good to try something new, isn't it?
Well, it'd be great, honestly. Yeah. Train it up over a pergola. Or you can attach wires to a wall, sunny wall, and it'll grow up a sunny wall.
I've got one of those.
Need some sunshine.
I've got a sunny wall.
Yeah, there you go. A couple of wires, hooks and wires. That'd be easy. Even you could do that.
Hey, hang on. Are you criticising my DIY
I can't
skills?
see you as a DIYer. You're not the DIY one. Jay's the DIY one, isn't he?
No, to be honest.
Is it neither of you?
Jay's dad was very good.
Was he?
Yeah, sadly he's not in great health now, but yeah, he's very good.
I just can't see you do it.
My dad was rubbish at DIY, bless him. He used to work, this true story, he used to work in a glass factory, and they had this brown tape there, and he used to think that he could mend anything with this brown tape.
Oh.
Seriously. And he would. I remember he broke my mum's pedal bin, then he tried to make he broke the pedal off and he tried to mend it with bands. I mean, like,
oh, that's great.
So that's why I never learned DIY. I've got better, to be honest, because I think now it's easy on the internet. Same with gardening, to be fair.
Yeah, you can learn a lot, can't you?
You can. I mean, we're going to try and give you as many tips. And actually, on our website, on the YouGarden website, we're going to put more and more footage. So, you know, if you think, oh, how do I plant so-and-so, we're going to put more content.
Yeah, we're going to try and do lots of videos.
Yeah. That'd be there just to help you, because that's a great thing nowadays. If you don't know how to do something, you can go online and pretty much find out.
My dad was great at DIY,
so
he taught me loads. He's still around, but he doesn't do any DIY anymore.
You do it for him now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I am a pretty good gardener, I'll say it myself.
Yeah.
I've still got lots to learn always, but you know, most people, especially I do the pub garden, the fox garden in our village, and most years it looks pretty good.
I was there just last week.
Did you actually have a look around?
Great. I did have a little wander around outside. It does look amazing.
It's not bad for the time of year, is it?
It's not bad at all.
But anyway, but I've still got lots to learn, and my gardens, they're always work in progress, aren't they? Got perennials for you next, and this is a brilliant bundle. You get 30 plants, 10 Lobelia Queen Victoria, 10 Rebecca Goldstone, and 10 Digitalis Dalmatian mix as well. Now, we had some of these in packs of 20 previously, but a lot of you said, do you know what? I'd love more of a mix. I'd love to have less plants, but more varieties. So we've done that today, and you are saving £25 on our recommended retail price. And these are really strong, healthy plants, aren't
they really do want to be planted out. That is garden ready, if ever you did see it. In fact, with this one, it's more than garden ready. I would just be... This is what I do normally.
I'd probably tease those roots out a little bit,
give it a little squeeze, give it a little massage. Look how those roots are starting to pop out. Just gently kind of, tease those out a little bit before you plant those, because that'll just encourage them to grow in the right direction.
There's a danger they'll just keep going round and round and not spread enough.
So just give them a little tease and they'll be... But they are so ready to be planted out right now. And now is perennial planting season time. Get your perennials planted now, because the ground is in favourable conditions. It's now or it's spring. Well, if you do it now, you're getting a head start on next year. Also, if you do it now, we know that the ground is good now.
Yeah,
we have no idea what the weather is going to be like in spring, so you might be delayed on planting out anyway. So a lot of people are saying now is the time to plant your perennials out.
I love planting in autumn. For me personally, I've had better results when I planted in autumn, generally speaking.
Yeah.
Now you also get, this is called the Lobelia Queen Victoria.
Love Lobelia.
I think there is something quite majestic about this.
Well, Lobelia is going to create these beautiful red flowers that you can see here, but you've got this gorgeous dark burgundy foliage on there as well. And then these flowers rise up from that burgundy foliage, reaching about 80-90 centimetres in height. So this really does reach a decent height in your... if you're planting it out into borders, you're definitely going to be going mid to back of border with this one. But the burgundy foliage, the bright red flowers, the contrast that you get there within the plant itself is amazing. But it's also the contrast that you get against and in amongst all of the other plants in your garden as well. That one is a definite winner. And Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit as well.
And you do get the height with that.
You do get the height with that one, yes. And then there's the Rudbeckia, which is the one I showed you with the big roots on there as well.
And then the Digitalis.
And then the Digitalis. You've got your foxglove, your Dalmatian mix included in there as well. Now that one is that one's important to get planted out now, really, because that's a perennial, but it's a short-lived perennial. It's more of a biennial, so it's only going to last for a couple of seasons. So if you wait until spring before you plant that out, chances are, if you get flowers, they're going to be small, because it'll be the next year you get the better flowers. So that's why that one's important for you to plant out right now. They do self-seed though, so don't worry that this is a short-lived one. You get loads of seeds from these, so you should always get foxgloves.
And again, really easy to grow. They'll tolerate a bit of a shady area as well.
Yeah, totally.
Shade. They're because of woodland plant, and I think they look really good in in groups en masse. I mean, it's up to you. We're all different, but I think it looked really good.
I agree. I think one foxglove looks a bit lonely on its own. You definitely want maybe in groups of 5 or just all 10 of them, plant them together somewhere. That'd be great.
But they're all garden ready. You get 30 plants at £19.97. That works out about 66 pence a plant, which is amazing value for money.
Awesome.
And also, look, you have got £6.99 postage, but spend another £10 and a few pence, and you will get free delivery as well. Now, our head gardener, Peter McDermott, we had a meeting with him last week, and we got a lot sorted, got amazing plans for YouGarden
TV
for 2024. We can't tell you everything, but You'll
Stay
see
tuned.
a lot more of us, won't you? Yes.
Stay tuned.
You'll see a lot more of us. But what...
Sorry.
just
Stuart just said in our ear, we're going to do every show naked.
Well, there is this naked...
Not that much more
There
of
is
us.
this naked garden.
There is a day.
Yes.
We're going to have to do it next year.
We have to avoid that day, Bex.
No, we have to do it.
No.
We have to do something for it.
Well,
I've already got some ideas. I've already thought about it.
I wonder if there's a costume you could get.
It comes out, so I've been watching everybody on Instagram, and last year, so they all take pictures in their gardens or videos in their gardens, and they're all naked with carefully placed pots and things. So I think that you and I should do something for it. Oh, where's my scoops?
I'm not sure I'd quite need that. I'd like to, I would.
I could do something like
Oh,
this.
yes.
What do we reckon?
I'm really not sure.
Should we
about
get the
this
head
idea,
gardener
Bex.
involved in it as well? Do you think
Definitely
he'd be
not.
up for it?
Definitely not. Anyway, one thing that Peter is really good at is choosing plants. How did we get on that tangent?
I have no idea. Let's move on.
God. So anyway...
It's a giddy morning this morning,
It is a
isn't it?
giddy... Well, actually, it's afternoon now. Oh, it's because you said you're going to see more of it.
It's your fault, Stuart. You said about the nakedness. Stuart's our head of technical, by the way. He talks to us in our ears. He's the voices
anyway,
in our heads.
that garden day is not till May, so I've got plenty of time to hit the gym before
we'll
then.
think about it.
But this is, on a serious note, this is what Peter's put together as our head gardener. And he looked at the stock list and all the perennials that are currently in stock, and he selected the 3 best here, and he's put them together in one selection for just $12.99. And these work, whatever garden you've got, these work really well because they're going to cover between them a long flowering season.
They really are, and that's a really good point. So it starts with ceanothus.
Yes, down here.
Around May time, those flowers start to come out. You were saying you can sometimes get a second flush of them.
My mum's is flying right now, not as much, but she's got flowers on hers now.
So the most prolific flowering time is around May and the evergreen glossy little leaves on that you get in there get completely covered in those blue flowers. Then it'll be
they are. They're great
those.
for obviously our bees and our butterflies as well. But I love the blue on ceanothus. It's really
gorgeous.
striking, isn't it?
And this is one of the hardiest of the ceanothus family. It's Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit. It's winter hardy, so it has that lifetime guarantee from us here. The wildlife absolutely love it, and it's evergreen.
Yes,
so this one is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely brilliant for you to put into your borders. It'll fill a nice big gap if you want it to.
So that's your first one in our head gardener's seasonal selection. What's next?
Deutzia is the next one that's going to flower for you. So around June, July time, that is when your Deutzia is going to start flowering. And this one also has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit. It is also winter hardy. It is gorgeous. It's quite compact, nice shape here. We're talking about 1 metre by 1 metre, and you get graceful arching stems of these blooms with masses of this magenta pink, sweetly scented 2-tone flowers on there. Low maintenance, compact shrub, and totally hardy.
And then another absolute beauty included in this collection, and this is our Escallonia, our pink owl. And I know my mum had this in her last garden, and it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful.
Well, this is where we extend the flowering season. So, the ceanothus started May, June time, the Deutzia June, July time, and then the Escallonia starts in June, and it'll flower right the way through to around now, into October.
Well, ours is flying now, and it's from stock.
Exactly. That's the one in our studio that you're looking at right now. It's really reliable, and it'll just keep flowering its socks off for you.
And I know when I was trying to design my garden, I needed a bit of help. I spoke to Peter, who is our head gardener, and he said how important it is to constantly have things happening in your garden. You don't want it all to look amazing in spring, and then summer, everything sort of like look, just green with no flowers. You don't want everything to completely die back in the winter time and just have bare twigs everywhere. So he's selected this to take you, as Bex has just said, from April potentially right the way through to October. So those 3 shrubs between them are going to make your garden look magnificent for pretty much, that's April, May, June, July, August, September, October, maybe 6 or 7 months of the year.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And they're evergreen and they're beautiful and they're all winter hardy. So this is, so annoying. But clearly this is why he is the head gardener. He absolutely knows his plants. He knows this. He knew this selection was going to be good.
To be honest, Bex, I did advise him on this.
I was in that meeting.
I said, Peter, I think you need to just tweak them. No, I'm only joking, but seriously, this has been the most popular item in the show.
Yeah, you can see why, can't you? It's a really good selection.
Great value. You know, we're talking about £4.33 each. And actually, just do the maths, and we're getting lots of big orders. Where's my free bulbs, Bex?
Oh, I don't know.
I do.
Lost it again.
But seriously, with even if you're just buying those, you're also going to get £9.99 worth of crocus as well. So that is amazing value for $12.99 and your bulbs. You always need to put in the code YGTV42. That's a code for today. It changes every week, but today's code is YGTV42. But I'm delighted. I mean, jokes about I'm delighted that
me too.
head gardener selection has done so well because it's a really good mix.
Great selection.
Yeah. Now we've also still got a few things to show you, and we have got our Iris peacock mix. I don't know where the last few hours have gone. Actually,
it's because we've been giddy and chatting.
And apologies, I know we've been.
Sorry,
I know we've been a bit giddy today. But we're excited. We're in our new studio. We've got such a massive selection today.
Yeah, we have. It's really good. We do have a couple more down there that we've got to get to. So
yes, but we are going to be back this afternoon, 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock as well.
Yes, and we've got some new ones to show you. And also, if we don't get to all of these, we'll bring those in this afternoon as well.
But we've got our Iris peacock mix.
Yeah,
next. The bare roots again.
Peacock mix, and we've got a double up deal on here for you as well. So look how pretty these are. They are beautiful.
They are a lovely mix, aren't they? Yeah.
So reliable, hardy perennial that will naturalise for you, that likes clay soil, and that you can plant at the edge of ponds if that's what you're looking for.
Yes, they quite like a boggy spot, don't they?
They do like, which I think is why they quite like clay, because clay can stay quite wet, can't it? So that's why I quite like the look of these
I've got mine in the bottom of my garden, but my garden's on a slope, so the bottom gets wet.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and they like it though. They love it.
Brilliant. So this is
they like
useful.
a soggy bottom.
This one's useful for providing sort of height into your borders and things without it completely taking over. This is going to reach about 90 centimetres in height, but it doesn't spread too far wide, which is absolutely brilliant. It is herbaceous, so it'll die back down for you. And obviously it's a symbol of faith, hope and power, because obviously that's where the fleur-de-lis comes from. It's the iris symbol. So yes, these are winter hardy, so they come to you with that lifetime guarantee. They're easy to grow. You can use them as cut flowers. They do want a sunny position, but they'll be happy in part shade as well, so they don't have to think of the most sunny position possible for them. And remember that these are the bare roots.
Yes.
So just like we were talking to you with the other bare roots, give them some attention as soon as you receive them. Please don't leave them in the bag for weeks on end, because those roots need to stay moist. And if you leave them in the bag, they have the chance of drying out. So soak them for a little while, a couple of hours at least, and get them planted into whatever spot it is that you're going to put them in.
And do you know
what? Your borders or in your pots.
I know some of you might forget what Bex has just told you, but everything is on the front of the packaging. So when you get it home, it will tell you the height that it'll grow to, so up to 36 inches. That's 3 feet, of course. Planting depth 4 to 6 inches, spacing 12 to 18, and when it's going to bloom, and it says there late spring. So yeah, it's all there on the packaging. If you want to double up, you can either go for 5 for £12.99, or for an extra, £7, you can go for 10 of those. And again, I think Iris do look. Did I put them back in the wrong place?
Yeah, you put them. It's all right. I'm on it.
But I do think they look really good on mass grouped together, especially because it's got all of the different colours with that peacock mix as well. But I do love Iris, and as Bex rightly said, they don't mind a boggy spot.
And we haven't brought that one to you yet so far. So that one is a new one. I haven't brought that one at all since we've been here on YouGarden TV. So yeah, go for it with that one. So
don't forget, when you get them home, give them a good soak for a few hours and plant them as soon as you can. Don't leave them to dry out in the bag. They won't like that. They might not even survive. So try and plant them, as soon as possible. And that's the general advice on all bare roots.
Absolutely.
And we'll be honest. And I bought some bare root roses, put them in a bucket of water, and then I went on a holiday. But do you know what? And I don't advise this, but they were in the bucket of water for 4 weeks. And they were fine. Yeah, but don't do that, honestly.
I think I'm now 3 weeks into soaking my poppies, and I still haven't planted them. But again, don't do what we're doing.
Soak them a few hours, then plant them.
Then plant them out.
Right.
I'll let you know if they survive, though. I'll let you know next year.
My roses look amazing. Right, our geranium and potentilla festival mix is next. Again, another bare root collection. You get 6 of these for $14.99. Should we start with the geraniums? Because I love perennial geraniums, don't you?
I think they're really gorgeous. They're not tender bedding, these are actual perennials, and that's the thing to really get across here. It's a beautiful mix of colours that you're getting included there. That's why it's called that festival mix. They are just ridiculously low maintenance. They're free flowering. They're tolerant of most soil types as well. So this isn't something that you need to worry too much about. You get a long flowering season from this too. So about May time is when these are going to start popping up for you, and they will keep going through the summer and potentially into October as well here. So this one is a really, really easy one for you to plant out. It'll get bigger and better every single year. And remember that with bare roots, what you get is amazing value for money. You have not spent the money on somebody's time, effort, and the materials to pop this on and grow this on. This is the gardener's way of shopping, honestly. Bare roots. If you can plant a plant out into your garden, you can plant a bare root out into your garden. It's as easy as that.
And it's just a really affordable way of gardening. And a lot of pleasure, I love, and a lot of you will take pictures and things now and reels and videos and what have you, but it's really rewarding when you plant something that doesn't look a lot, twiggy, rooty, you put it in the ground, and then next summer you suddenly see this amazing plant.
It's nice to go on the full journey with it, isn't it? This is why I want to get into, because I've never really been a seed, I've never really grown from seed, but this is kind of why I want to do that, because it's nice to see it go from the full journey all the way through. That's a real proud moment,
and I know
isn't it?
you don't have a greenhouse, but just get one of the pop-up ones.
Yeah, just get.
And you've got your conservatory.
I've got a conservatory. I can use that.
That's a greenhouse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a go.
I love growing from seed. I also love, like in the summertime when we have or the springtime when we have the plug plants, the summer bedding. I love to just seed, as much of the journey as possible.
Yeah. Well, I did it this year because I got the little pro plugs rather than the garden ready, so I potted them on and then I planted those out. Oh my word, I'm loving it.
So give our bare roots a go. We've got lots on the show. We've got peonies, we've got the geraniums, we've got the iris. It's all there. Right, going to quickly remind you as well, we are really busy today. Thank you so much to everyone that's placing orders right now. I'm going to say it one more time. Spend £30, get free postage. There it is on the screen. £30 and you get free postage. So I don't want anyone to pay postage. There's always things you can add to your order.
Always. Yeah, and really useful things as well. Not just stuff that you'll never use, but actual useful things.
So just in case you missed that.
Yeah, I mean, that's quite clear now, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's a really good message. And I'll be honest, we took that promotion off a few weeks ago and you weren't that happy. You were like, I'm having to pay $6.99 postage now for that and that. So we've extended it now for the rest of the month because it's the promotion that you all love. And I'll be honest, it's my favourite.
It's my favourite.
Yeah.
Especially if you're buying big stuff.
Yeah.
Especially if you're buying the 2 Agapanthuses.
Yeah. We've got a lot of heavy, big stuff. But some of the items just come with free postage anyway, including our Pansy Cool Wave. This is on offer at buy 10, get 10 free. You've always got to put that code in your basket.
Yes.
So YGTV42. So actually, if you just wanted to buy the Pansy Cool Wave today, for $14.99, you could get that and your bulbs. 40 crocus. That is really good, isn't it? Delivered, free of charge. So, if you're thinking, well, actually, Shaun and Bex, I can't afford to spend £30 today, but I want the Pansy Cool Wave to got free delivery and you'll still get your free crocus worth £9.99. That is amazing.
It's great.
Do you know what? If you think, are those crocus worth £9.99? I went to a big DIY store. They had, let me get this right, 25 crocus for £6.99.
Yeah.
So that scales, $9.99 for 40. We're about spot on price wise.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love crocus. They're some of my favourites because they're so early flowering. They're really joyful, aren't they?
I think
you've had your snowdrops. If you've got some snowdrops, they've come out maybe, and then it's the crocus, isn't it? Yeah. It's that early flower. There's potentially snow still on the ground when the crocus pop up. I love that.
Yeah. Apparently our bulbs work out even better value than that DIY store. Ours work out 25 pence each, but they're free anyway. Right, let's talk about the Pansy Cool Wave. I know I've said it several times, and so has Bex, but they are the best performing pansy that we know of. They will flower up to 9 months of the year. So that's going to take you into May. They are a prolific flower. So I don't know what's in the breeding, but the way these have been bred is to create this, and they really, really do. Not only that, they gently trail as well. So you'll see this is a ready-made basket, which we've also got on the show, but already you can begin to see those trailing. And I will be honest, this looks good now, but actually it will get even better. So yeah, we've got a lot of flowers, but we've got so many buds.
I love that little face. Look at that one. They're my favourites. I think because they look quite Halloween-y. Look at it.
I know.
I do love a pansy. I think they are beautiful, honestly.
But the baskets, I'll give you the details if I can, because if you're thinking, do you know what, my summer baskets have gone over. I want to just change them. I don't have time to make my own baskets up. We've done all the work for you. So 2 of those in gorgeous rattan baskets. And we do the plastic ones as well on the website, but I think the rattan ones, they're a little bit bigger, there's a bit more to them, and you can obviously replant those year after year after year. Now, in terms of the pansies, we say that, these will flower up to May. In the summertime, they just don't like the heat. So they will start to die back and look a bit straggly. Now, a lot of people will just throw them away, but actually, if you wanted to, you could just chop them back, give them a really good trim, give them a feed, put them in a cool place, and they will come back the following autumn. So the choice is yours, but they are on offer today, saving £20. You are a few pence short of your free postage, but add one other item to your basket and you get free delivery as well. So for anyone that's putting together a basket right now and they're just a little bit short of the £30, we have got a couple of really low-priced items. And these are the Primrose Benelli. It's a bicolour mix, so a lot of the flowers have got 2 colours in them. Again, they will love a shady spot. Do deadhead them throughout the winter months, but they are a brilliant winter flowering plant, and they will come back year after year after year. 410011 at just £5.99. The other really low price item we've got on the show is the Primula Pretty Polly Blushing Peach. Now again, it's only £6.49, so if you're short of your £30 and you've currently got maybe £6.99 postage, add those to your order, and if it takes it over £30, that £6.99 postage will be removed. 480866. Now, we're really pleased that extraordinary camellia known as the Vernalis Yuletide, it's a Christmas flying camellia. How amazing is that? And the fact that it's in a festive red, I think is truly, truly wonderful. So imagine that outside your front door as guests arrive on Christmas Day. And it actually, I would personally, I'd put it in a pot and I'd make it look even more festive. I'd probably put some little twinkly lights on there. I'd decorate the pot, whatever. But there's a very good chance that will be in flower over Christmas time. That's the time that it is designed to flower today. Been really popular today. 510818 is your item number at just £19.99. Also, we are doing a bit of a clearance deal on our Agapanthus. Let's be perfectly honest. We could sell these in the height of summer with massive flowers on them, and we could probably sell them at not an extortionate price, but a high price. And to be fair, the recommended retail price on one of these is £35. But today, the price is only $29.99, but it's a buy one, get one free. Again, you have to put that offer code in your basket to unlock that promotion, but you'll get 2 working out £15 each, 680130. And don't forget also, if you want to take advantage of our premium professional compost, then we have got that available today. 2 50-litre bags for just £24.98, and postage is included. So, even if you're not buying any plants from us today, but you need some compost, that is one of our top selling, well, it's our best selling item. And do join the club, because think about it, for £5 today to join the club for a year and then auto renew, you will actually save nearly £2.50 on our compost alone. But we have saved a couple of extra plants just for the end of the show. We can get through a lot more, obviously, in our new bigger potting shed, can't
we? If we don't talk as much.
Yeah, well, we've enjoyed chatting with you.
Honestly,
thank you.
Nice chat.
I hope you've enjoyed the show as much as we have, because we've had a great time.
Yeah, it's been a good morning.
And we're going to do it all again at 2 o'clock this afternoon with a few extra items as well. But which one do you want to go to first?
Kilimanjaro?
I think so.
Yeah, look at the size of this. Now this one is, it's always very popular, okay? Now I want you to have some foresight to what this is going to turn into. So around April, May time, this absolutely erupts with these wonderful white flowers on here. And it's also known as the wedding tree cake because it does happen in these kind of tiers, like a tiered wedding cake does. They're bright white and they age to kind of a blush pink colour. But there are 4 separate periods of interest with this particular plant here. So yes, you have those gorgeous flowers erupting, and then what you get are these beautiful berries that happen during the summertime, which the birds absolutely love. And then there is another part where you get another reflowering on here. It's a bit smaller, but you still get another period of that reflowering going on. And then in a final blaze of glory, the leaves turn this beautiful kind of burgundy red colour before they drop, and it hibernates in readiness to then do it all again for you next year.
And there's the berries.
And those are the berries that you get on there. So it is an absolute stunner, this one, because it gives you interest for such a long period of time.
Now I've got a more standard variety of viburnum, and it's lovely, but this one is just, the way it flowers.
I love it.
Oh,
it's those tiers of flowers that you get on here.
It reminds me a little bit of the Runaway Bride, Hydrangea.
Yeah, a bit like
you know what I mean?
yeah.
In terms of how the flowers form.
Absolutely, yes. Now, I remember bringing this to you in the summer months on a different channel when this was in full bloom.
I remember.
I remember doing it, and I remember talking about it, and it looked absolutely stunning with all those flowers on there. And it was the most popular one, and it's exactly what Shaun has been saying to you all the way through these, particularly with things like the Agapanthus and what have you. If we bring those to you when they're in full bloom, we can charge a higher price because they are more desirable then. So this is what I say: have a little bit of forethought as to how this is going to look when it is in full bloom, because right now you're getting an incredible deal on this.
And I know from my own garden, it will tolerate semi-shade as well.
It will indeed, absolutely, yes.
What I would say is plant it now. You know, it's a great time to plant this, get it established for the winter, and you should get amazing blooms.
I mean, this is
next
a pretty
year.
established plant anyway.
I mean, the price on this.
The size of that. Oh, and look at that. That looks like our premium professional compost in there. Yeah, this is a really big established plant delivered direct to your door. Get it up over that £30 though. Get your basket up over that £30 and you will get free postage on this.
And that can go up to about what? It can go quite high, can't it?
Yeah, it can get to about 2.5 metres. It'll take a few years to get there, but yeah, it can fill a gap for you. It can fill an amazing area in a border for you.
Honestly, that
actually, I might have
when we brought that previously, it just really did set the website alight.
Yeah.
So it's the most incredible variety of viburnum. So the way it flowers, it's beautiful, and we'd love you to get it today at just $24.99. And then I'm going to move that side. It's so big you can hardly see me. Not a bad thing. But we had to just squeeze in for the end of the show.
Yes.
Look at
the
this.
Weigela. This is the Monet. Look at the colours.
Look at that. It's pink, isn't it?
This is where it really gets quite interesting, this particular Weigela, because it's at this time of year where you get the most stunning colour pink on here. It's the first truly dwarf variegated Weigela. It is just so beautiful and colourful. You get those lovely variegated leaves that turn pink in the sun, and you can also, because it also has flowers on here, and you can get 2 flushes of flowers that happen on here. It is compact. It is wonderful to have in a pot or for the front to mid of borders. It is just a beautiful one.
Now, if you're a Wrigley, we had the Weigela recently, the 3 in the 9 centimetre pots with the same flowers.
Yes.
But this is all about the foliage as well, and the foliage is absolutely gorgeous.
I think it's gorgeous. Those flowers that you get on there, sort of March, between March and May, it's quite an early flowering one. You can get that second flush during the summer.
But look at these.
But look at that.
And they're actually a little bit wavy, the leaves, aren't they?
I like the shape
I like
of
it.
them.
Do you know what? I cannot believe.
Look at that lovely colour on there.
I thought this was going to be closer to £20. It's under £10.
Yeah, it's only £10.
And you're going to get your free crocus worth £9.99 as well.
So pretty.
Sadly, we are nearly out of time.
Well, we can have some. I'm hungry. My tummy's rumbling, so
I can hear it.
I'm happy to go and have a little bit of lunch, but then come back for 2 hours again. So 2 till 4, we'll be back. There's
I'm
a
just
couple of
looking
things that we've saved.
We didn't quite get to everything, actually.
I know, the Nandina we didn't get to, and the spring daffodil planting bundle.
And a few more others, actually.
So we'll get on it this afternoon, make sure we show you those.
So we are going to stop Bex's tummy from rumbling and get something to eat. Just to remind everybody, if you're putting together a basket, a lot of you order after the show.
Yes.
If you get your basket to over £30, you'll get free delivery. So do bear that in mind. I don't really want you to pay postage if we can help it. Also, put in the code YGTV42. And what we get, Bex?
Crocus. 40 crocus bulbs included in there. The species mix. So lovely selection of colours that you get. Early flowering. We adore crocus. You can plant them in so many different places.
Yeah,
Really
and
versatile.
there they are. Honestly, you know what it's like in the depths of February when suddenly the crocus start coming out. It is absolutely joyous, and you will get those free with every single purchase. And any other promotions that are currently running on the TV show, then they will unlock when you put that code in. We would love you to rejoin us this afternoon, wouldn't we,
Yes,
Bex?
please. 2 till 4. We'll be here. New items to show you as well.
So, for myself, Shaun Ryan.
And Bex Edwards.
We will see you. And Stu, our head of technical. The team will be here in our brand new extended potting shed in literally 1 hour's time. We'll see you then. Thanks so much.